Hey everyone, I'm Saz from Meeples and Dragons. Welcome back to day 4 of Jasper's Game Week Aussie Edition. We're raising money for Jasper's Game Day and Beyond Blue. We're now less than $1,000 away from our fundraising goal, and that is just incredible, you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated, everyone who's tuned in, everyone who's gone and spread the word with their friends about this event. It really does mean a lot to get so close to this goal so early in our event this week. We're about to kick off game 2 for today, so don't forget to go check out the Tiltify for ways you can donate and impact the game. There will be more giveaways coming up, so keep an eye on chat for those. One of the giveaways we've got for this game is an initiative tracker that's been made by Glowcraft down in Victoria. They make incredible stuff, guys, so you're going to want to stick around for that. And I'm now going to go and hand you over to your Dungeon Master for this game, the Doom Donkey. Have fun, everyone!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second game for this Wednesday. I'm very excited to be the DM for this session as we go into a nice little one-shot that I've prepared. But before we get straight into that, let's actually go to some introductions. I think we should start with the person that's right next to me, which is Scarlet Moth.
Hi, I'm Scarlet Moth. You may know me on the internet as that Scarlet Moth on Twitter. I am an artist cosplayer, and also I'm a dice designer at Level Up Dice. Today I will be playing Nessie Quick, the Harangon Rabbit Monk.
Yeah, absolutely. And just give it, as you just did, nice character name, but we'll get into the descriptions of the characters when we're actually in game. How about that? And then next to her, we got Gemma.
Hello, I am Gemma, or G of D. I'm a TV presenter, online content creator, occasional streamer, occasional cosplayer, and lover of characters doomed to break my heart. It is very nice to be here. Hello.
And at the end of this layer, we've got Jack.
Hello. Yes, who I am is an important who I am. Playing today is going to be really fun. His name is Mac, the Hardback. He is a wizard and he is a turtle. I'm very excited.
It's like second row now. We've got Tammie.
Hi, I am Talera79. I don't have my own stream, but I crash other people's streams, and I play the Warlock in the Meeples and Dragons D&D game. And today I am playing a Minotaur called Bovine.
Bottom middle, we've got DeeTwenty.
Oh, hello. I'm Chris. That's a screaming child next to me. So I'm going to pretend...
The timing!
The timing is perfect. Sod you all. Bye.
We love you!
And last but not least of our players, we've got NVCDM.
Hello, everybody. I am NVCDM, or that NVCDM on Twitter. If you've been watching this week so far, you might have seen me in some other games previously, but today I'll be playing your little insane goblin Skeever.
And I suppose it just leaves me, who's the Doom Donkey, and I'll be the DM for this session, and I'm quite excited for it. You can find me as the Doom Donkey pretty much everywhere, but that's not important. What's important is this game, which I suppose leads us to get straight on into it. The story takes place. It starts at a pub, a little bar, a tavern, if you will. You see this outline. You've got someone bartending behind it. A person's eating something in the corner. But then, at the edge of the bar, nursing a little glass, is this bugbear wearing a sort of fedora and a nice long trench coat as he's sitting there, talking to a halfling that's sitting next to him. Did I ever tell you the story about the weirdest group of people I ever did meet? It's actually right here, this very bar, Fontaine's, as it was called back then. For Molly, there was just a waitress. It was a long, dreary night. I mean, it always is here in Bogrot. You could hear the tapping of rain going on the tiles of the roof. The cobblestone outside was getting filled up with all this water. I'd just been hired for a job. The mayor, no less. Apparently his daughter had been kidnapped. Nasty ordeal. I was there, nursing my drink again, much like I am tonight. But something happened that day. This group came in. They came in from this caravan. You'd hear it whooshing in past all this water. Magical one comes down from Hightown. Back in those days, these caravans would come every so often. You'd think the circus was in town with the kind of groups that would come out of that one. But after the eventful day that was, this one will always stick in my mind. The door would swing open, wind would gush in, and there stood. Who wants to be the first character to introduce themselves?
No pressure.
It's like, okay. So you said something. Guess what? You're going first, Jack?
I'll go first because I didn't introduce myself as a person. So this character better be fucking interesting. Okay. So I suppose kind of probably hanging out actually outside. Letting the rest of them kind of go as no, you go on ahead. You see a rather large turtle with a vest and shorts, clawed hands, and he's basically doing a Madonna music video in the rain because he loves water. And he's just like, it's been a while since it started to open up above. You go into the cover. I'll enjoy myself here. And he's gonna enjoy himself in the rain for a little bit, letting everybody else in. But he's got a big stuff on his back, but he's pretty non-pretentious for a wizard. Very simple clothing, and enjoying being in the rain.
Well, it's like as like this door had swung open though. You all have a nice good look of the inside there. It's pretty like almost I would say dingy. It's dark. It's kind of well lit. There's not well lit. You got a couple lamps in the corner. There is, as you see, this bugbear wearing this fedora, the fedora and trench coat, sitting on the edge of the bar. There's another lone human sitting in the corner eating what seems to be some kind of meal, and then behind the bar itself is this young elven lass who seems to be just cleaning some cups. At the back, there's a back entrance where you can like see that's going into a sort of a kitchen. Who wants to be the first one to enter in? Give us your description, and then maybe a little bit about what you do when you first enter this tavern. You've just gotten off this long carriage ride into town.
I did forget to announce who my character was. I got caught up in introductions. So I'm playing a half-orc barbarian, and Mags is her name. She's fairly tall for a half-orc, a big coat and hood over her head, and she's going to head right through the door and find the seat closest to the corner at the very back of the bar, sit down, immediately takes out knitting needles and a thing of thread and starts knitting a doily, and she's going to look over the barkeep and say, "Drink now. Thank you."
You see
and head back down.
The elven lady behind the bar starts like nodding around and just goes like, Fontaine, the new travelers are here. Out from the back, you see this hobgoblin comes in. He's like, oh, yeah, new group. Oh, come on in. And gesturing to anyone else to keep going in, as well as you all start entering.
I think next up, just about collected by the door as it almost swings shut after Mags has walked in.
She did not hold it open. Yeah. I'm so sorry. She was just so in her head, just get to the back, don't trip over, get to the back, don't trip over.
Standing at nigh on just about 3 feet high is this little goblin. Bald head, pointed ears, chunks missing off of his ears as though they've been removed in some sort of mishap. Blast goggles sort of sitting above on his forehead, and these rings around his eyes that are clean. The rest of his face and clothing are covered in like soot and debris. He wears pretty utilitarian clothing, an apron, sort of a half apron with a metal plate covers his chest. You can see dents and pitting from where it looks like it's been hit with who knows what. And he walks in to the tavern, goes up to where the bar is, and he looks up and he's like, "Hey, down here, 1 glass of fire water."
You'll see the elven lady is, well, I guess you won't see because the bar's probably in the way for you, but like everyone else will see the elven lady starting to start mixing drinks. But what you do see is you see this hobgoblin face kind of just peer over, is gives you a bit of a look, and then goes like, All right, welcome into Fontaine's. Thank you for purchasing our Hightown travel package. With your package, it comes a free meal, free drink, and a place to stay. Tell Molly, that's Molly, by the way. Tell her whatever you want. Firewater, eh? And
Love the enthusiasm you hear from outside.
Yeah, you see, just Coda's van like opens up the door and goes back, and you can hear some like gas things almost turning on as a stove would be lighting up. Who's next in?
Next to this goblin, you see some fluffy white paws try to grasp at the bench before giving up and beginning to hop up and down to try and get the barkeep's attention. Oh, hello. Yes. Can I also please have a drink for the table?
As the elven lady behind will quickly spin around and throw the fire water like onto the edge of the counter, and then pass down. Sorry, I forgot what Mags ordered, but just a drink, and throw that down over there as well.
She was far too anxious to pick just a drink and just said a drink.
All right, you got some ale, I guess, right? Yeah, and
she'll take it.
Is what she said.
And thank you for chat donation. Everyone gets a re-roll, so hope you guys can keep track of that. As when we get, we haven't had any dice rolls yet, but we'll see what happens very soon, eh? And then she's like, "Oh, what would you like today, Miss?"
Oh, you don't have to call me Miss. We'll get a jug of ale for the table, and maybe some wine for me, please. You
see, and she starts turning around and kind of like turns back. It's like, "What meals will you guys be liking with your Hightown package?" As who wants to introduce themselves next? I believe we still have Tammie. Was that Tammie and Dance?
So the door bangs wide open and in comes this large minotaur, cloak flourish. Good barkeep, I would like to have a drink and maybe provide a performance for the evening.
You hear like a kind of like grumble after it's like performance from the kitchen, but then the elven lady, like after turning around, like putting a glass of like wine onto the bar counter, be like, "Oh, we don't really have any stage for any performances around here," but then just kind of like seeing how large you are, it's like, "But you can if you want. What kind of meal would you like? Drink, maybe?"
Whatever bards normally have.
You see, she gets like a little bit like confused at that, and just make one roast. And she starts pouring another glass of wine, puts that like onto the table next to this other one before she goes out, reaches out and grabs this big jug of ale, as it were, for the table and puts it in front of Nezzy Quick. Not really realizing, do you want me to carry this to the table, or just kind of puts it in front of you?
I'm most dexterous.
I will see this. Would you like me to carry your drink or lift you up?
Nessie will hop up onto your shoulders, so that she can carry her glass of wine and you can carry the rest.
Yeah. And so Bo will help take it over to the table. And Nessie would actually notice from her vantage point that Bo has what originally looks like a maul, but on the end it's actually shaped like a cowbell.
Fantastic. Does it kind of like, as you walk, is it like very well fastened, and does it like bong, or does it like kind of bong?
Oh no, it'll still jingle a little bit and stuff like that. And she's got her hair sort of tufted like she's trying to imitate human hairstyles and that sort of thing as well.
Absolutely fantastic. I believe, Chris, that just leaves your character for the for an introduction.
Yep. Inside the bar, there is a massive belching sound from what appears to be some sort of broom cupboard. And what we see is a satyr kind of staggering backwards, scratching everything and trying to do his trousers up, and not doing particularly well. He's got a metal breastplate and it looks like he's just come from a party, probably a late 70s party, from the moustache he's got and the facial hair he's probably going to lose halfway through this adventure. However, he's got a breastplate, and he's kind of got these weird 4 or 5 creatures that look like fairies, but they seem to be very angry fairies, kind of clawing all over him, and they seem to be swearing in fairy. Most of them seem to have cigarettes and sort of drink glasses, which they seem to be swilling. It's not your normal. Perhaps they're pixies, not the fairy types. Comes over, scratches himself deeply inappropriately and goes, "A watcher."
It's a watcher.
No, watcher.
Sorry, I don't. What are you saying?
Oh.
Watcher. This is where I get free bed and board.
Did you come with the Hightown package?
What?
On the caravan?
Sure. Whatever you say, gorgeous.
Oh, okay. I need to start cooking the meals. And you see, it like goes back.
You're cooking already.
We need to have a conversation with him about that.
Which one of you is paying my rent? I'll love any one of you for free.
It's like, as you say that, you hear like a big like smack from the door coming as the hobgoblin comes out. It's like, if you got the Hightown package, unfortunately, it's... Haven't I seen you somewhere before? Yeah, probably not. Anyway, what kind of drink could I get you? And he goes out and puts a glass there. It's like, there you go.
Dance has disadvantage for the night every time the tongue comes out.
It's like an even creepier Heath Ledger's Joker. No.
It's only licking the top lip.
Somehow.
How did he get in the cupboard?
Mac will just kind of as that lady is leaving. Oh, if you don't mind, could you bring out a big jug of water and 4 salt shakers, please? Just leave them there. And you don't mind if I move the chairs? I can set up a stage easy enough for my friend if it's all the same to you.
A stage. Why did I ever sign?
Well, if it helps, it's not going to be something you have to deal with for very long.
Water, salt. All right, yeah, sure, mate. Yeah, I'll get you some water and some damn salt. And you see him go in the background. He comes back with like a barrel. I appreciate you.
Yeah. And if you got time, just pour it in. I'm gonna basically take out my decanter of endless water, make a geyser, and clear the room, and then cast chromatic orb, and basically make an impromptu stage out of ice.
You see, he kind of just like stares at it. It's like
I said, you won't have to deal with it for much longer. And to be honest, I can see that you've got some faulty windows. Some of the rain is coming in anyway. So tomato, really. They like to date.
Yeah. So it's like, Drax, do you believe these guys to come in? Why did I ever sign that deal with the damn tourists? And then you see Drax, this detective, kind of like is like, I don't know, Fontaine. You're the one that decided to make this whole damn deal, but at least we might get some entertainment for tonight.
Yeah, and I'll give enthusiastic little thumbs up to Bovine because Mac wouldn't know music at all. So as far as he's concerned, it's the pinnacle of land culture.
But well, Bovine, you've got yourself a stage. Do you want to make any use of it?
So Bovine will take a chair and sit, and of course it looks like she's sitting in a kid's chair because of how big she is. And she takes out her maul that has the bell on the end, grabs what would be a drumstick, and starts tapping her cowbell. Now, of course, Bo has no levels in Bard whatsoever.
But I guess you're going to expect this first roll of the night performance.
Got a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You slid on.
It's like the ice seems to just work with you. Go and you just like you do like a little like kind of stagger, like, oh, it's ice. But as you do, you kind of like smoothly fall into the chair. Stick's already out, and just boom, everyone's just kind of like almost expecting, just like, oh, what's going to happen? But then it just resonates so well with like the damaged windows, the dampness outside, and like the echo in this. It just makes this absolutely lovely tune, and you just seem to have the exact rhythm going on. Everyone's just enthralled with this performance right off the bat. you even like all lose track as like suddenly there's meals in front of you as been provided by the package. You didn't probably order, but it looks like the guy, the hobgoblin's already just made some various meals for you and just kind of like put it in front of you.
I don't know why they keep thinking I can eat meat. Can I have all of your salads? Just put them on here and I'll trade it over. Oh, we'll share. We'll share. You and
That's
I. Yeah?
better.
Yeah, I
Please,
apologize.
don't forget to use your manners, sweetie. It's awfully rude to just assume that you're just going to be eating all of it by yourself when
That's fair.
poor little old me's here.
No, yes, you're right. I apologize.
Hey, Bo, that sounds pretty good. Needs more cowbell, though.
And as you say that, guess what? Dance, or well, DeeTwenty. Guess what? We got a wild magic donation. Your favorite person, apparently. So roll me a D100 and let's see what happens.
I'd just like to know, Chris, who is your favourite person?
There are just so many out there. I've just loved so many and lost so few.
How could he pick just one?
That is 808.
08.
Like 008.
The less good one, yeah.
Oh, it could. There is no way this could have been a better start to the night.
Yes.
You cast Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered on yourself.
I told you I was hot, baby. Burn, disco, burn.
It's like, that performance was so
What?
fire. As you say that, you kind of Skiva. I'll say like you look over and you feel like you might have lost something. Something might have fallen on the ground, and you see this like little round orb fall over to where this satyr is standing. Before boom, an
8d6.
explosion goes off. 8d6. You know what? You can roll me the damage.
Can I hide under the table?
Hooey.
Max
To use
is,
a reaction to absorb elements.
Max
enough.
is like taking all the wool and the small little caricature of bovine that she's been knitting, enamored by the performance, and with the coat, with her cloak, is like hidden under the table and hiding all the precious thread that she has coveted this entire time.
The precious food and thread. No, okay. So
Yeah,
26 damage and
26 hot loving coming your way, everyone. Oh, feel the burn.
how
Can I
big
That's
is
muse too.
Can I back out of this game?
How did you make Fireball weird?
My internet connection's unstable. Oh no, sorry, I got.
Well, under the circumstances, I would know a fireball when I see one. If I see it coming out of the reaction, then I will wait for it to receive the profound amount of warmthness that you would receive at a Metallica or Kiss concert, whatever your preferred band is, and then cast Counterspell.
Counterspell? Oof, I don't.
Yeah.
Does it count?
Is
does it
this
actually
a
count
spell?
as?
I
Can
have
you
no idea.
counterspell a wild magic surge? Now that's a good
I don't
DM
know.
question.
That is a good question.
No one gets rid of my heat.
I have a question.
No!
If it means that the players don't take damage, I'm willing
No,
to sacrifice the slot.
I have a question. Will it melt the stage?
Oh, I was 100% it's going to melt the stage.
Flash
as it
flood.
is fire.
Well, I'm not going to let that happen.
And
I'm going to attempt to
counterspell,
cast Counterspell. If it
as
doesn't
you
work,
go
then
to
that's fine.
cast counterspell, you do it, but because this came from some kind of like explosive device, it's not actually a spell.
Oh,
and it
I
just completely
see.
excludes. Though I think technically you could counterspell it normally because it's, a wild magic donation. I'm not going to allow that to happen. This is
Okay.
That's
Then
fair.
I have one more question then. Under the circumstances, am I able to do something to at least abate? Because everyone's taking this damage, correct?
Everyone's taking a dex saving throw, and then you'll decide whether or not you're getting half or not damage.
Right. Well, I do have the ability to sculpt spells, and I've only got 44 hit points. Is there anything I can do?
Tap down on the ice.
abate
Tap
this.
down on the ice.
Stop, drop, and roll.
You are a total, correct?
Yeah. Why
And
do you
you've-
think I was dousing myself
you've
with
also-
water? This is the opposite kind of situation.
Actually, you know
I
what?
want to put
You know what?
myself in.
I will allow, since you got that geyser of yours,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
allow you to, if you use a counterspell slot, so we'll use a spell slot, you can counterspell the effects on yourself by shooting the geyser against it, but it won't affect everybody else.
Oh, you know what? Under the circumstances, I think I'll take the rest. Do I need to mark off that spell slot, though, sir?
Yes, you will need to mark off that
Is that
spell
correct?
slot. And everyone, tell me what your dex saving throws are. And
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Spell
I've
saving.
had terrible rolls all day. Let's
Got
see.
an unnatural 20.
It's 14 from Max.
27.
And let's see what the spell saving throw is. It is a 14. So,
Oh,
all right, and you said you rolled
27.
who rolled a crit 20? Oh, no one did. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I must have misheard. Alrighty, so everyone that got above 14, you will take half damage. The half damage is 26 is 13. You will, and everyone else, you will take a full 26 points of health damage, or fire damage, I should say. But yes, as this just like goes off, you see like all the tables kind of get exploded everywhere. Both behind the bar, you see this hobgoblin completely it goes from shock to anger with almost a second, and you've got the attention of this bugbear in the corner as he like looks up and just like sees like the bit of like his fedora being burnt off. The old man that was sitting in the corner just kind of enjoying his food got kind of shocked back and is now just kind of like on the other side of the table holding a bit of lamb that is now way too much overcooked.
Please tell me it burned off his mustache.
Should we do a
Nothing.
mustache saving throw?
Nothing burned this mo off. I saved and I use absorb elements to save my tash.
Absolutely.
I like that the rest of his face is like got like the blowback of steam, and then it's like clear
It's like
pristine mustache.
Immaculate mustache.
Immaculate mustache.
It's actually gotten
Sparkling.
bigger somehow.
Is as you see the hobgoblin behind the bar, he's about to start yelling, but you see the door swing open, but it's coming in like as somebody enters. And in the entrance, you see this goblin of a sort of statue. He's also wearing this kind of fedora, black coat, and a suit kind of thing. As he walks in, he's like, "Now what kind of ruckus is going on in here?" Behind him is two hobgoblins. They're wearing these kind of like outlight suits. One of them's holding this crossbow, but it's almost like barrel underneath it with a bunch of arrows on it. The other one is got like this great sword that's just kind of sitting behind him. And they're all just kind of like standing in these suits, walking behind this goblin as he enters the area.
Yeah, the little old lady rabbit points at mustachioed man.
Ah, jeez, it's the mob goblin.
Mags pulls the hood just further down ahead and kind of walks over to Bovine, kind of not knowing if this is the right opportunity to do this. Sorry, I made this. I really, here, and hands over a small, like a woolen little. It doesn't look a lot like you, but it's close enough to resemble you. It's a little bit singed from the flames, but she hands it over and kind of ducks her head down. Good job. I liked it.
I'm going to pretend that it's almost like a finger poppet size, and I'm going to stick it on the end of one of my horns.
Like a little bit of a blush kind of like spreads up her cheeks.
And as you do that, you get another advantage roll, courtesy of Petunia May.
Is it over? I'm going to stick my head out of my shell as I've retreated in. It's like,
As you perk
we all on fire.
As you poke your head out, you see this goblin that's in the suit walking over to this other one that's just called the mob goblin. He's like, he's got this like his nose kind of peer up. He's almost like he's smelling. Turning his head, he's like, "I don't remember your type around this town. When did you get here? And what on earth is with this glasses situation you got? It looks ridiculous, doesn't it, boys?" And you see the other two hobgoblins go, "Yes, boss." As he's walking over to you, Skeever.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, my kind? You're a goblin as well. Come on, man.
Okay, well, which one you walking with? You with the Vix?
Is that good?
You're not running with the Vix. We're the Vix. That means you must be a Zog.
I thought I smelled eucalyptus. Or is that a different kind of Vix?
What the hell is a eucalyptus?
You know, it's that stuff that clears your nose. Never mind. It's fine.
It's like, you saying I've got a dirty nose here? This is immaculate. And he kind of puts out and he's like shows you the inside of his nose, which is not very pretty.
No, that's very impressive. I can see you've been keeping your nose clean. That's good.
Yeah, see, I've got a good nose clean. Yeah, you understand what I'm talking about. I'm like, hey, Drax, thought I'd see you in here. He knows I got my nose clean. Why are you always getting into my boy's business? You see the bugbear's like, not here for trouble. It's like, well, maybe you're about to be for trouble. You calling some of your other boys here, are ya? He starts walking around Skeever.
We only just arrived in town a few moments ago, actually.
Yeah, probably should have led with that.
He's like, did ya? And he walks over.
We're here on the tourist package. I heard it's great for use of retirement.
You see he walks, yeah, he's kind of like, oh, so you're not with the Zogs. Then he walks over to this rabbit person, starts sniffing in the air. You do have to smell a high town about you.
I just came here to use my pension. You know, it's a hard life out there.
Respect for this. We've been working very hard, and we're here to enjoy our time. Now, you've been asking a lot of rather personal questions and causing quite a bit of ruckus to our fireball party.
Hey, I'm going to leave you there. I get to ask the questions. I don't care what you think about it.
Mags at this point has stepped, is going to, like towering over most of you at this point, steps in front. I think you should go.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. This is why we like her. She gets to the point faster.
Hey, Fontaine, you really want to let all these gobbledygooks in this place? What the hell's going on here? Do they not know that damn talking to?
Mags puts a hand down on the top of this dude's head.
It's like, and just kind of
wiggles it around a little bit.
It's like sort of like it's like messing up his like hand. He's like, get the hell off of me! What the hell do you think you're doing? You see, like starts trying to take a couple steps back.
What does it look like I'm doing?
And as you say that, one of the other hobgoblins just says like, "Hey, boss, look, the gal's got a cowbell."
Bo will just stick her drumstick in her pigtail, so holding it like a pen, and just walk up so that Mags is on one side and Bo's on the other. And I was like, are you saying something about my cowbell?
Are you? It's a good cowbell.
It's like, oh yeah, it really suits you because you get a boss, she's a cow.
Mags then just bitch slaps right across the face.
You know what? Roll me an unarmed attack. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Who are you doing it against? The henchman or
the one who just said because she's a cow?
Yeah, that would be one of the henchmen. And guess what, guys? After that, we get to go to a different screen on the Roll20, and you guys get to roll initiative.
Yes.
That is 24 to hit.
That will absolutely hit.
Yep. And I think that is just straight 5.
Straight 5 damage. Absolutely. I'll add that right away. And yes, let's get some massive initiatives going as I get my turn timer up. And bear with me for a second while I make a totally not absurd amount of initiative rolls. Don't worry about it.
We're in trouble. So that's my third roll for the night, and each one has been a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, I have to roll
What magic are you casting on your rolls? Because
I'm actually using the electronic Jasper's 2022 dice.
Oh, are you now?
Oh, there we go.
I'm rolling physically, so let me know when you want the number.
Yes, I do remember because I've... Hang on, if I prepared this earlier.
Taking the better of, with my advantage on initiative rolls, still pretty garbage, 11. And that was the better of the two.
That's how I'm going to roll for the rest of the game.
Get it all out.
Get it all at the start.
I rolled. I'm going to use the reroll that was very kindly donated.
Absolutely. Now, but as you let off this slap, he's like, you see the little goblin that you had your hand, the hand on the head earlier. It's like, get all the boys in here, fight them. Yes. You hear a large amount of ruckus going on the outside as people seem to be stirring. Sorry, guys, I'm going through this as fast as I can.
You're good, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Having not used this class before, I'm actually having a look at what I can even do.
A first-time fighter. Yes, this does give you guys plenty of time to make your first, plan out your first rolls as well, does it not? All right.
Mine is going to be fairly straightforward.
Yeah, Mag's just going to hit things. It's kind of all she's good at.
Actually, we did get a crit. Did anyone else get a crit 20 or?
I got a 25 on my initiative.
Okay, well,
monk shit.
Dang monk shit. So I suppose I need to set the person right now. It's like, are we going to go that the crit 20 overrides to 25 or 25 still beats it?
What's the initiative bonus?
A bovine. That's what is your initiative bonus? Your dex bonus.
Oh, well, I got a dirty 20. No,
was
Oh,
that
dirty
20?
20. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. I misheard.
No, all good.
Alrighty. Well, now I get to add everyone to the turn timer.
What's the difference between a dirty 20 and a clean 20? Is there a clean 20?
So,
And 20's better.
yeah.
It's like the right bower and the left bower in 500.
The difference
That
between
makes any
upper
sense.
class and lower class. There's the natural 20s
A
and
high
the
class
dirty
20.
20s.
Oh, I see. A dirty 20.
Yes,
Mm.
we know a dirty 20 when we see them, don't we?
Mustache, you have to laugh.
Oh,
That mustache is exclusively for laughing at lowbrow joke. There he is. There he is.
Yes. Indeed. Oh my.
No.
Don't die.
Jack, I'm
That's what that-
loving the posh man voice.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Yeah. Exquisite. Yeah.
This is 1 years of theatre training and many more years on the stage have equated to what is my life.
All right, Mac, what was your initiative? Oh, Jack.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I got very confused because I think there's someone called Mags.
Oh, that's
so I
me.
got confused. So, Mac and Mags.
Mac
Oh
and
my
Which,
god, we're
makes
back
it
in bags.
Mac and Mags, yep. Or an ABC cartoon from the
Yeah.
90s, Mac and Mags.
That sounds like McDonald's
Um,
item, the Mac and Mags.
18 for me.
18 and Skeever?
Also 18.
18. All right, which one of you's got the highest dex?
I got a +3.
Just a +2, I'm afraid.
Alrighty. Well, naturally, Nezzy, quick, you're going to start off our session. You guys are all on the right screen, right? You can see it.
I just got your bloody pun name, Moth. I hate you. I hate it. I hate it.
All right. Yeah, you've got these two hobgoblins in this room with you. This goblin boss dude that's wearing the suit sitting in the middle. You've already seen the hobgoblin behind the bar. He's already retreated back into the side. But otherwise, all you can hear is just a bunch of scattering, like splashing around in the water and the rain outside. There seems to be a lot more than just in this room.
Gonna go for the boss.
Absolutely.
Just gonna hop to it.
Hop to it.
God damn it.
Going up, we'll make a first attack with my staff of striking.
Absolutely.
So-
Strike him with that staff.
Yeah. Nat 20 for a 31.
Nat 20. All right, a crit right off the bat. Yes, naturally that will
yeah.
hit. Roll me some damage.
There's going to be a 2d6 plus 7 in that case.
Absolutely. And Mags, you've got another advantage roll.
Woohoo, thank you.
So that is a 14
14.
bludgeoning. And then going to use my bonus action to Flurry of Blows.
Absolutely. Good old
And-
monk stuff.
Make 2 unarmed strikes.
Give me them rolls.
19 on the first one, then plus my hit DC.
A
This is
19
the-
will hit.
This is my lucky dice. It rolled me a 19 twice.
Well, those both hit. Roll me some damages for that.
So 6 plus 4 for the first one, and 3 plus 4 for the second. So 10 and 7.
10 and 7, so 17 more points of damage. Now, as Mags has gone and just slapped this hobgoblin, you've already sprung into action about this person that was being completely rude to you, and just boom, bam, boom, bam. He was still fixing his hat, trying to get that. It's like, get in here, boys. And then bam, 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 bam. As you see, just dazed in his eyes as you let out these absolutely flurry of blows. And as that happens, guess what? NVCDM, a wild magic surge. Roll me 1 D100.
Oh
Another
boy.
8! Another
This can only be good.
89.
89.
Interesting.
That's
Alrighty.
a flat 30.
Wow, that's flat 30. Alrighty. You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
Oh, nice.
Because of the nature of this, and you're in a little room at the moment. If it's as long as it's an angle, and because you're small, as long as it's an angle through the door that you can see, I'll allow you to teleport outside if you choose. But obviously, wherever you choose to be.
Is there a table that's reasonably close to the boss man?
He's kind of more in the center. There is one next to the hobgoblin. One of the hobgoblins, but the boss himself seems to be quite in the middle of the room, so any table will be closest to him, really.
Okay. I just like to teleport on top of, I think, this table.
Absolutely.
And also, before I finish my turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was going to... I mean, it's like, well, he just gets to teleport. He doesn't get to do anything else. It's not his turn yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to get it going. But yeah, so as this happens, Skivvy, you teleport on top of this. We'll say the last remaining table after the explosion that happened earlier. Of course, and as you quickly go back to you've still got bonus action and various other stuff, I believe.
Yes,
Good old
so
monks.
using one of those flurries of blows, I'm going to use my open hand technique to get them to fall prone if they fail a Dex 15 saving throw.
A Dex 15, alrighty. Well, let's roll that, shall we? They rolled a crit 20 on that one, so unfortunately he will not be slow. It's like after the bang, 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 he gets staggered and you go for the nice little trip, but he's quickly just put down a sword and manages to stop it. You see he's got hate, just hate in his eyes as he's focused on you at this point. You can just...
I will try with the other flurry of blows that hit to have him not be able to take a reaction until the end of my next turn.
All right, is that on a save or does that just happen?
It just happens.
Just happens. All right, so he's not allowed to take a reaction. Very good stuff. All righty.
When you don't use your manners, sweetie.
He's like, how dare you touch me? But he seems to be completely dazed by just being absolutely battered. You hear the movement of outside. And it's oh, get ready, boys, get ready. They'll be out in no second. As you hear some movement coming from the outside. Bovine, it is now your turn. What do you do?
Well, Bovine solves everything with more cowbell. So Bovine is just going to use her maul and smack the hobgoblin in front of her.
Hobgoblin in front of her. I'll move you around on the map a little bit on a DeeTwenty as we're not technically next to them, right? That's all right. I'm going to guess this is the one that had just basically been insulting you?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Dare they insult my cowbell?
Roll me that attack roll.
Right. I am not kidding. I can even take a photo. It's nat 20.
Yeah.
The dice will betray us later.
Well,
we get it all out now.
Yeah, you guys ready to finish this entire session within 3 minutes? Now roll me some absolute damage on that. This is a mole, is it not? So that'd be 4d6.
So it's 46 plus 7, and then because I've got Crusher, I get extra ones on that too.
Oh, yeah, you do too.
Oh, I didn't roll that good on the D6, so far.
Oh, no, it begins. No, it's too soon.
Too soon.
All right, so yeah, with that Crusher, every attack against this person will also have advantage.
Yeah. So that was 19 bludgeoning for the first one.
19 bludgeoning. This guy is not having a good day.
So then with my second one being at advantage.
Yep, add advantage on this one.
Which is good because it was a nat 1 on the first one.
Dang.
19 on the second.
A 19, I believe, will hit. Yes, it just hits.
That is 11 damage on the second one.
Alrighty. Now, as you've been insulted and you see Mags has come up to slap this, you're with a return already cowbell, ready to go. You see it crack into the face, and then the bong of the cowbell inside it just smacks along and just does an extra big hit onto this person as you come back and forth, bong, bong, and this thing, he's still just standing, but you can see him fall down. And at this point, guess what? Skiva, you've got another wild magic surge.
All right.
Please roll me another D.
And
This personal
And
attachment
another.
NVC.
And, it's like, and after we've done
another one.
NPC, we've got one for Mags as well. So if you want to preemptively roll your D100 as well.
Great.
That's a 93.
93.
Our environment will kill you before we do.
This is one of my favorite ones, actually. Your size increases by 1 size category for the next one. So you're now a medium goblin.
Big.
There's like,
I'm a big boy now.
yeah, to anyone that was paying attention, you suddenly see Skiv just within a blink of an eye, already on the table. Suddenly, big.
Breaking the last table underneath.
Breaking the last save. No, I won't make that happen. Then we've got
No tables in this game allowed.
the destroy table run is what we're going to do. All right, 54.
Yeah, that
You're
was...
immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 5d6 days.
how's she going to process all this?
Oh,
Well,
the drink you bought, wasted.
Wasted. Gone.
Waste of money.
Well, the drink's wasted because you're not.
How long does that last for? She's going to need some later on.
5d6 days. So if you want to roll me 5d6, you're going to be sober for at least half
like
a week.
a month.
The rest of
Okay.
your
Yeah, for a month, yeah.
5d6.
To forget.
It's like, luckily I set up this one shot to last 3 months, so
Good thinking.
Well, it's already longer than just
it's already,
today.
it's already.
yeah.
I think we're not going to have to worry about that. You're
You've
immune to
never
alcohol, essentially.
Well, now we can focus on drinking for the taste.
She's drinking seltzer water for the next month or so.
Pretty much. All right. Bovine, do you have anything else you want to do on your turn? You've got, I believe, a bonus action left. And movement.
I think now that he's down on the ground, don't kick him while he's on the ground. But I will sort of check that he has a cowbell mark on his cheek.
You branding him?
No. I
Cast
hit
heat
him.
metal on the cowbell.
I hit him.
I'm the new sheriff.
Hit him with the cowbell, but we've just been singed with the fireball before he's
Right.
out.
Yeah, pretty much. No, there is absolutely.
Coincidentally, I
not
happened to
causation.
brand him.
I mean, you hit him so hard with this cowbell. It is an absolute very good imprint on his face. Of just like, it's like, ooh, that's going to bruise for the next week.
Yeah.
So
And it's
you know,
just
I
gonna
wouldn't be
be-
surprised if it's a scar.
Sorry, but you shouldn't insult a bard.
He seemed like kind of spits out a bit of blood. He goes to like say something, but it's just like he's pretty dazed at this point.
Oh my god.
And that will be what Mo will do.
Fair enough. Fair
And she
enough.
drops the mic and walks out of the bar.
Mac, it is now your turn. Mac the hardback.
Just before
me.
Mac goes, sorry. I noticed the moustache and it's probably put you off, but I was 22, so you skipped over me because of, I know the facial hair probably just took you off.
Oh,
took you
no.
away.
You're entirely correct.
No, you're
My
okay.
bad. My bad.
Yeah.
So
You get a
During-
low initiative because of your moustache.
that's
I said disadvantage for the night.
It's like it was those fairies. They must have gotten to my roll 20 and skipped right over it. You know, they hit. Those fairies are out to get you. No, absolutely. Sorry, take your turn. I did not mean to skip you over.
no, you're okay. Dance has been dancing in the background, pretty much ignoring this, and smoke's been rising up because he's just that hot. Now you said there was noise coming from outside, like there was a crowd coming in.
Yes, there's very much you can hear this tip tappering of feet and people
Yeah.
like almost kind of voice like, yeah, gonna get
So
some. Yeah.
Dance
like
is just kind of skitters across the bar a little bit, raises a nostril, goes and snots out a web across the door, completely obscuring the door. It's just and he just
When you built, I gotta know, when you were building this character, were you just like, I don't know what you were thinking, but I love it. I'm here for it. I love it. But what the hell, man?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
I think I'm going to need to call Beyond Blue for some therapy after this.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
strong choices are better than no choices. I support it. I'm here for it.
all right. So it's
I'm a satyr of fun.
dexterity saving throws to get through or restrain.
Yeah, 14. So
No.
it's webbed up the doorway. So there's
Webbed
no
up
way
the
anything's
doorway.
coming through that one. And as a bonus action, I'll do a bit of river dance towards the bar and then hop up on it.
As you hop up onto it, you can see the bugbear that was in this corner the whole time. You see him like he's basically finishing his glass, and he goes to stand up, and it looks like he's about to get involved. In the scuffle.
Yeah. And I'll just lean over. Free action. You're still smoking. That's me done.
Hi.
Fantastic. I love it. All right, Max, sorry, but we're now back to you.
That's all right. I'm just horrified. That's all. Okay. Well, I was planning to. I was planning to donation.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. We got a donation. Magic surge for both Mac and Moth.
Oh no! Well, let's do that first.
So if you both want to roll me a D100.
Okay.
We're never making it out of this tavern.
Someone's whipping up all the doors.
61 for me.
61. All right, we'll do you first then. For the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
Okay, well,
is that shouting?
You really want me to shout? Fine. Okay, well, I was gonna I'll move back for the sake of the audience that are just listening. World of Fire, but that's kind of, I'll just make it angry, because why not? But that's pointless now, so here, Mags, and I'll cast haste on her. God damn it.
Oh, absolutely. Haste. Mags, you have gotten yourself a bit of haste, which is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
If you want to, no, that's right. We'll go over the effects of haste when it comes to your turn. Do you want to do any?
I can tell you when it comes up. I got the spell right in front of me.
Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Do you wish to do any movement or bonus actions during this turn?
No.
Fair enough. All right, Moth, what did you roll for your wild magic?
65.
65. We got ourselves up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet take 4d10 lightning damage.
Ooh.
That's a really good one. Of course, there's only 3 enemies in this room. I mean, you can choose to hit one of these people if you want. I mean, I'm not going to.
Harm my moustache.
Nessie takes a moment where she does look at Dance, but then thinks, no, I'll deal with him later.
All right. These zaps go down as you just get this anger about how these people are not using their manners whatsoever. It's absolutely just a bit reprehensible. And this
despicable
thought of anger, you can feel the glory of Thor with you as these lightning strikes come from the roof, almost like, actually, you know what? Some of them come on the sides down through the rain, through this new puddle of water from the melted ice age, and come up and zap them from underground as they all take 4d10 lightning damage. Do you wish to roll the 4d10?
Yeah. So just roll 4d10 once and...
up to you. I'll let you decide on that one.
Okay, I'm going to take a photo of this because it's ridiculous.
It's like 40 points of damage.
We believe you.
So it's a 9, a 9, a 9, and a 5.
That's pretty good. So it's 32 points of damage.
Yeah, I'll take that. 32 lightning damage for everyone.
That's the Waterdeep postcode.
Hot damn. Yeah, it's absolute fury of people just being rude to each other. It's just seeping through, and you can see they're zapping a little bit, and the one that has been had this cowbell go to his face and has been kind of staggering on the ground, just kind of chars into a bit of black as he collapses. He is exterminated, as it were. The other 2 seem to be still standing, but they're very shocked about this, and you can every little now and then you get a glimpse of anger in them. When are these people's turn anyway?
Oh, they'll be dead long before that happens. Don't worry.
Did we take damage too, or just them?
No, it's just she got to choose which characters, and so I assume she chose the 3 enemies in the room. But
okay. I was yelling, so I don't know if you want to damage.
I almost chose Dance, but
all right, Skeever, our little goblin friend, what are you doing? You are now large and on a table that's barely holding underneath your new weight.
Okay. I think I'm going to lean into this newfound persona, and I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on myself and make myself bigger.
let's go.
Absolutely. All right.
Now the table breaks.
Giant ski bump.
Absolutely. And you're officially large category now as you grow.
Lord.
And this table
I'm a
just like
big
crick,
boy now. You're going down.
You see this goblin boss that's just gotten out of its like sort of like electrical. Looks at it, he's like, "Well, we really needed you on the Vix."
Gojira!
Do you wish to do anything else in your turn? You've got a movement and a bonus action, I believe.
I think I'd like to use my movement to get over to the boss.
Absolutely.
And can I use my bonus action to give him a wedgie?
Personally, I would think that a wedgie would be a grapple action, which would
That's
technically
fair.
be an action. However, I love the ingenuity behind it, and so I'm going to allow it. We're on a crazy one-shot already. Let's go.
Thanks. For no damage, and that'll be my turn.
For no damage, absolutely. Actually, do roll me a strength saving throw. You'd be with advantage because you're large now as well. You're still going to have to
Save
succeed
with
on
advantage. Okay. Well, I got -1.
it. -1.
Says, well, I had advantage. That's a 16.
16. He rolls 17 on his saving throw. So you go to get
Oh,
a wedgie.
no.
You see him kind of like turn around. And he's like, you're huge. And he's kind of like battering away your hands as he's trying to reach for one of his weapons. But he's a bit too disoriented to grab it out properly. You hear the scattering of a couple more feet outside. And it's like, yeah, get ready. And then you just seeing how large you are. And just like, you see this goblin boss look around. He's like, I gotta get out of here. And you see him, he pulls out a short sword, and before he runs off, he takes quick 3 slashes at this new giant goblin in front of him. What is your AC?
My AC is 16.
16. All right, 2 of those attacks will hit as you take
Ow.
14 points of damage. As this thing's just, but you see him as he's panicking. He's like doing these cuts as he runs off. He seems to be pretty proficient with this as he activates disengage with his nimble escape bonus action and goes to run out the door. Now, what was that saving throw I need to make against this door? Because it's covered in web. It is
14.
14 dex saving throw. Let's see if we can get that. He unfortunately rolls a 21, and you see he goes to like push open the doors, but it like stops for a second, and he like pushes a bit harder. You see this web kind of like tear open as he gets through. He's like, "Get him, boys, get in there!" And now that the doors are swung open, you can see a reveal of a couple more goblins poised and ready to strike on the outside. Now, since he broke through it, does that get rid of the web, or is the web still? Will the web kind of reform? Is my
Well, my understanding is it's still there, so it's still difficult terrain. Have to break through. It's kind of he just squeezed through a hole.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very good. All right. Awesome.
Oddly
So
enough, one thing can clear it quite easily.
he's like, get the booyah. We need some more reinforcements. Anyway, that goblin is very much dead. The one that has been absolutely obliterated. I mean, as you said, don't make fun of someone's cowbell. It was good courtesy 101.
This could have been avoided if they just listened.
Yeah, someone out on the outside emerges into vision, and you see him holding this same sort of like crossbow that the other one near the door is holding, and you can see him go and start spinning it up and points it towards the door as he's got a bit of a line of sight straight towards Mags, as you hear just as 4 crossbow bolts come flying out towards you.
Goody gumdrops. Okay. Now, what's the deal with haste?
All right, I can tell you, but I'm going to keep yelling about it.
You gotta yell it.
You have to do it while yelling. I need this.
Until the
Old
spell ends,
turtle.
the target speed is doubled. You gain +2 to armor class. You have advantage on dex saves, and you gain an additional action. The action can be used to take attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. God damn it!
Thanks,
All right.
Mac.
So you've got yourself a +2 to AC against these attacks. Also, I'd like to point out you've got Cloak of Displacement, I believe. So
I do.
until one of these hits you, they're all at disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. So with Cloak of Displacement, it creates a projection just near me, but it's not me. And Mags is gonna use it to her advantage, and she's gonna try and make a big, great sword out. I'd like to rage. Filled with
absolutely.
fiery rage. she is going to make a beeline for the guy with the.
Oh, it's not your turn yet. This is him shooting at you.
Oh, sorry. Great. Well, then she's going to just try and.
Yeah, dodge through it. What is your AC at the moment?
With that +2, that brings it to 19.
19. Okay, so actually, unfortunately, oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong number. That one does not hit. Ooh.
In a trap.
Actually, out of all of this, only one of these bolts hits. You see him, he's just like, doof, 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 and like the arrows go flying. You quickly nimbling, and luckily for you, the rabbit that's sitting behind you is on a smaller scale, and so all these arrows are flying above them. But unfortunately, one of these managed to get past your little illusion as the spray goes, and you take a whole 3 points of damage.
Oh no!
Devastating.
That's still enough to make her angry.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is your turn.
Okay.
The rage is hit. What do you do with your turn?
And as the rage kicks in, I know.
Just yelling at each other.
But like in a fun way. She is gonna pull out her great sword, and with a speed you've not seen from a half-orc barbarian, is gonna charge towards the dude with the crossbow, and she's going for a kill.
Alrighty, so there's 2 people with crossbows. The one that just shot you is outside, so you'll need to break through this web. Yeah. The other one is, there is still a hobgoblin in this room that's standing near the door. He has one of these as well, and he's pointing, getting ready to use it. Do you want to try and break through the red to get to the other guy, or? I'm
going to go for the one that's looking like he's going to endanger the party more on the inside.
Absolutely.
But she's got her eyes on the next dude.
Yeah, on the next target. You charge up to him and give me some attacks.
Cool. Okay, that's with my great axe. Sorry, not great sword, great axe.
You get 3 attacks.
You get 3 attacks as well.
Bring it! Okay, that is 23 to hit.
23 will absolutely hit.
Okay, on the first attack, she is swinging, and that is 11 points of, what is that?
Slashing damage.
That slashes damage, yeah.
Yeah, as you come up with this first strike, just boom, you see he's still like reeling from this electrical strike that's hit him before. He's trying to get his bow up to like do a counterattack on you, but you chop right through the bow as you cut into him, get a nice good slash on his chest, and he falls down dead. With her soldier training kicking in, she's going to immediately, not even leaving a second for him to react, go for a second attack. And that is... All right, you to get to these any more goblins, you're going to have to try and break through this web. Oh, is he down? He's good? Oh, he's the guy that you just hit. He is dead. Oh, cool. Sorry, I thought he was still alive. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, no. Then I'm going to try and
stop. He's already dead.
I mean, you can brutalize it if you want.
Get off him! He's been turned to mulch. I'm going to use my second action then to try and break through or slash through the web. Alrighty. Well, yeah, this is Dance's web, so you get to decide. Whether or not you're breaking through or just charging through it to slip through. You're going to have to either make a DC saving throw, which would be 14, or what is the actual to hit? Strength, no, it's restrained.
Max gets advantage because she's hasted, regardless.
That's very true. I mean, I'll probably give advantage to a hitting web anyway.
I believe we also all still have an advantage.
Yes, that is also very true. Okay. All right, yeah, you just basically make me a attack against it with your greatsword to cut through it, essentially. Cool. Otherwise, she might try and leave like a Looney Tunes impression in the web as she tries to run through it. Not actually. Yeah. Okay. So what am I rolling? Sorry. Just roll me. Yeah, you just roll attack. You've hit with a 19 if that's what your attack is going to be, and then roll me some damage. That's 10. 10 slashing damage. Does that sound fair amount of damage to you, Dance, to destroy this web? It doesn't actually have a specific name. It says after 2d4 fire damage, but that's because it's vulnerable to it. So technically speaking, it would have about 16 health. So I'm going to... so you're going to have to make another attack. You get a good cut through it. You've got a nice good hole open for yourself if you want to slide through it. Yep. But the web is still kind of like stringy in there. So you've cut like through one side of it, essentially. So you can get through it now, but... I'm going to try and get through it. Absolutely. And just in a blinding fury, just start like clawing at it and screaming and trying to scare the goblins on the outside. Oh, okay. Well, with that's not an attack. That would be an intimidation check if you want to give me one of those. I'm going to try and scare the crap out of him. Intimidation. Let's have a look. My charisma is garbage. Oh my God, that was a natural one. Oh wait, I'm gonna use my advantage. Oh, thank God. Use it. I'm using it because that was garbage. And as you exit as well, you see the massive soiree of so goblins on the outside. That 18. Is 18. 18, all right. Let me grab some wisdom saves from these goblins here.
This could have been avoided.
Boom, bam. Actually, all these three would get it as well. So let's. Heaps of saves going out there. Alrighty, so you rolled an 18. Okay, they all fail. You can see, like, as you do it, other than the boss himself, who isn't even looking at you, he's just looking to, like, he's still kind of like clambering and like looking to run away. But you see all the goblins that he's just told to go in there and fight. I've just seen you kind of burst out, like, blah, 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 and they've just all got like this look of terror in this face.
Just foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, they are now frightened of you.
She's like taking a sip of beer before she cried through it. It's like,
so they all just look, and one of them just drops their weapon.
You see, they don't quite drop the weapons, but you can see, like, though they had, like, some of them had like little bows out, and the others had like these little scimitars. They've all kind of just like put them down, and like though they seem to be like ready, like first thing that comes through, we're going to attack. They saw this, and they've just kind of like, you know, like when the troll in Lord of the Rings busts through Minas Tirith, and they're just all like, very much that kind of reaction. However, these goblins that were a bit further away start making moves upwards. They see this now figure. They couldn't quite see you foaming at the mouth and how angry you were, so they're not as terrified as this one goes up and takes a shot at you with a short bow.
Bring it.
Means the goblin. Let's see if he can get past the absolute fury that is you. That's a 21 to hit.
That just hits.
Yeah, that goblin rolled really well.
That little...
Okay, that's 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
Careful who you insult.
And make sure you half that because you are raging as well. So.
Oh, cool. Okay, sweet. Then
maybe I should figure out how many of these you've actually.
I forgot I was still in a rage.
Yeah, actually, 3 more goblins as well are kind of like all positioning themselves around. They've got these short bows out. And they are going to take all shots at you because you're the only one they can see at the moment. But they seem to perform like a bit more of like a shooting line as they're going through. Alrighty, let's see if they've got any kind of luck.
I almost want the party to come out, and there's like all these arrows sticking out of Mags, like a pin cushion.
One of them will hit, one will critically miss, and the other one will critically hit.
Oh, great! That's fine. It's fine. She welcomes this. This is great. It's like being on the field again.
You will take another. It's 9 plus 6, so you'll take another 15 points of piercing damage. But as you're doing this, you see another bow comes out and it just goes and hits the goblin that's like right next to you that you've like from it. He's been terrified, and this guy missed so badly he hit his friend. For how much damage?
Mags is weirdly...
For 7 points of damage, which actually kills him. Okay, cool.
Not that you see... everyone inside can see, but Mags is really getting into this.
Yeah, so
how much damage was that for me? Is that halved?
Yeah, it is halved. Yes, it's all piercing. So that was, I believe, what did I say? 15 halved.
15?
So you'll take 7 points of damage.
Cool.
To player's favor.
Thank you.
Alrighty. You're in. All these goblins rolled very bad on their initiative, which is normally good, but since you're the only one they can see at the moment, it's very bad for you, as you're going to take another couple arrow shots from one that's going to move up.
Do not borrow me of this, please.
It's like seeing that radius appear. I wonder what's going to happen to all these goblins in about 30 seconds. Alrighty, you're going to take another 2 short bow attacks. One with 23 will hit as you take another 5 points of damage halved. So that would be 2.
Oh, was there a I don't know if we already used. Oh no, that was right. I can't get drunk. Never mind. Don't mind me.
You cannot get drunk.
Sorry, I was like, wild magic. Maybe I can help me.
What a mid-combat question to ask.
I just can't get drunk. That's fine.
Oh boy,
you feel the damage fall now? Like no.
Yeah. Oh, no matter alcohol can soothe this pain.
Oh boy, this is pretty spicy for you, but now I guess you get to see that I do not really pull my punches when I'm DMing here, because this hobgoblin over here is going to take out another one of these bows. You see him clack this thing as it starts spinning around, and as another 4 crossbow bolts come out towards you. As he goes, and if I can actually click the right button. And he rolls terribly. Your AC was 20, was it not? While you've got this haste going on?
That would be 19.
19. Okay, well, 18 still doesn't hit. So, yeah, you see another like, and as these bolts, they just kind of like land all over. He seems to not be having a proper good control over this bow, and you're nice and like swift. Not only swift,
she's doing like the Thriller dance to dodge.
Absolutely, it's an absolute catastrophe on these goblin sites. But then the last goblin. Before we go back to the start of turn order, we'll let out one more shot, and He will somehow manage to hit. Apparently, the goblins are better than the hobgoblins here, as you take a whole 3 points of piercing damage. That is halved for 1, so it's pretty devastating right there.
Mags just kind of lifts her head and just gives a big old toothy grin.
Yeah, at this point,
Bit of
behind you,
blood in the corner.
you see the bugbear stand up. You see him put his trench coat, fix his hat, and you see he's like, "Oh, well, if you guys are fighting this lot, I think I might join in. That one over there, you want to go for his left arm, and anyone who attacks this specific goblin will have advantage against it until the start of the next turn."
What insider knowledge?
Insider knowledge. Nezzy, quick, we're back to the top of the list, and it is your turn. The room has been cleared out of goblins, but there is a whole kerfuffle going on outside. What do you do?
Popping outside. Can I move through Mags's space?
Yes, you can. You can move through ally spaces.
Fantastic. Back up to the boss.
Yeah, fair enough, absolutely.
It's like, you're going to be taught a lesson, dearie.
Angry Grandma Rabbit is probably one of my favorite things to see.
She has a slightly deranged look in her eyes now as she takes one swing with the staff of striking.
Staff of striking, absolutely.
Which is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That will hit. Absolutely. Give me some damage. And thank you for the donation. I've got disadvantage on some. Hooray.
And I'm also going to expend 3 of its charges to...
3 charges?
To give it an extra d6 force damage.
Absolutely. Roll me all those damages, and let's see how the day of this poor, unfortunate individual ends up. Definitely wasn't his fault.
5 plus 7 plus 4. 16?
16, yes, that'll be 16.
Yes. Bonus action time. How's he looking?
He's like, as you run up to him, you kind of like bang, bang. You manage to like take out, do a bit of like damage to his legs as he can like sort of staggers. He's got like a bit of blood coming out of his mouth. He does not seem good. He looks back and you can see just a bit of terror. He's terrified at the moment. He does not seem to have much going left for him.
I'll take a first flurry of blows.
Yep, absolutely.
18 plus 8.
18 plus 8. Is that damage? Or 18 will hit. Is 8 the damage?
No, that was with the attack bonus.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no, that absolutely hits.
5 damage on that first one.
5 damage.
And then 8 damage on that. Right.
Yes. No, as you are like, as he kind of like hit him in the legs, he trips over. He looks back at you. You can just see like he's a bit terrified. He does not have left in him, and this will end up causing him to be knocked out or dead, depending on whether or not you want this to be.
I would like this to be non-lethal. Please.
Non-lethal damage, absolutely. He's like comes back and just give a nice good crack into the front of the face as he just like his eyes just kind of like go back and he falls down. He is definitely not. He's not dead, but he is unconscious. So,
all right.
Do a little bit of that, shall we?
So, who else wants to mess with us? Just saying.
You've got a whole bunch of terrified goblins immediately surrounding him. I also completely forgot that I could move that guy around with those goblins there. Whoops, my bad. But yeah, everyone else seems to be pretty aggressive at you here outside. And despite the fact that their boss has now been knocked out, they seem to be still quite aggressive.
And then she's just going to give it a little come at me. To try and help Mags out a bit.
Mags like kind of is in the middle of her haze, is conscious enough to be like, that's so cool. And just kind of gives her a little nod.
A little rage, that's cool.
She doesn't say that, it's all internal, but she's like gives her a little nod.
Absolutely. All right, Dance, this time I will not forget you as we go to your turn.
Dance hops off the stage in true satyr style, still kind of bobbling his head, moves 30 foot up, close to the enlarged goblin. You're a big boy. Looks at the doorway. What can I see?
Oh, well, from there you can The door has been kind of effectively blasted open at this point by Mags barging through. And like everything that's left on the door, like instead of swinging back, it's just been like held open by the web that you casted. So you've got a pretty good line of sight outside here now.
Yeah. So
as long as it's like within the door, so you can see pretty much all these goblins coming in.
Okay. The goblins kind of look pretty aggressive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they still seem very aggressive. The fact that their boss has been knocked out does not seem to deter them at all.
Okay. And sorry, Scarlet, did you move back? I can't see your token, so I'm trying not to kill your character in a very oppressive move that's going to scare everybody.
Well, Scarlet is currently underneath where the goblin boss is, which is about that position.
Okay, cool. So I am... Let me just quickly check something. Math, folks.
Hell yeah, math. The best part.
I'm doing the same thing. It's fun.
Yeah.
So everyone doing their AoEs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, trust me, I know what I'm doing.
What's an AoE?
The hobgoblin, is he unconscious? Where's my pointer thing?
The goblin boss is unconscious. The two hobgoblins that were in the room are dead.
No, and there's one outside in the street. That
guy. He seems to be quite okay. You can see him being ready to charge up another spin of this crossbow that he's got.
Right. So Dance, just kind of in a weirdly strange kind of grinding away, unflips his bow, rubs an arrow over his tash, says, "This is lightning, baby." And casts lightning arrow as a bonus action, and then takes a shot at that hobgoblin.
Absolutely, roll me that 2 hit.
2 hits.
Ding ding.
Bing.
28.
28 misses, and no, of course, roll me some damage.
As of now, you bastards.
So, the hobgoblin is going to take quite a lot of damage. So, first off, the hobgoblin has to make a Dex 14 saving throw to half this lightning damage.
Absolutely.
Which is 23 points.
23. Oh, he fails that save as well.
Okay. So he takes 23 points from that. He also takes an extra 6 on top of that. Now, unfortunately, as it's lightning, everybody within 10 foot also takes lightning damage too.
Oh, no.
Oh.
How much?
And they take 2d8s worth of damage. Let's roll that for you.
As his arrows hit into this hobgoblin's chest, you see he looks down and looks up a little bit, you see as it's
9 points of damage. So you just see these sparks coming off there from the static from Dance's moustache. It lights up the thing. It strikes this hobgoblin for the chest and it bursts into the rest of them.
How far big was it? Was it 10 or 20 feet?
It's 10 foot. Everyone within 10 foot. So those 4 goblins around all get...
Absolutely. They all take... How many points was it? 9 points? Well, guess
9
what?
points of lightning damage.
They all get absolutely pushed around as they all don't get up afterwards.
Yeah. Turns to Skeeter.
Into the ground.
Give him a wink. Sparkly.
You horrify and concern me, but
I'm intrigued and terrified.
It's in a mesmerizing way.
Yeah, I can't look away.
It's like a slow motion train crash.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
a mustache.
And there's this kind of weird bit where his butt's kind of jiggling.
No.
Like a bunny rabbit.
If we lose Jack, it will not be on accident.
The hobgoblin himself, though, does still seem to be alive. But
unfortunately, I get my second attack then.
Yeah, there you go.
No more.
It's like that. Big wink, and then fire my second arrow. Let's see how that goes.
Roll me, it's a hit.
Oh, that's slightly worse at 27.
Oh, 27 absolutely will hit. I don't think we need to really roll the damage here, as I feel like it's physically impossible. As the second arrow, he's go on and take a knee, and the second arrow goes through and just bonk. He's knocked down on the ground dead. He is out of play.
And then to Skeeter, he got my point.
That's terrible.
Alrighty, this goblin is still alive, and seeing this one beat up the boss is going to run over to the rabbit and go for a strike. However, will be at disadvantage because he is still frightened of the half-orc that was tearing through this web, getting out to him as he goes for a scimitar strike, trying to protect the boss at a last-ditch of effort. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Did not think so. Nah, as he goes in there, he goes for the strike, but then seeing that he's even closer to the half-orc now, it's just kind of like, as he goes through his strike and completely fumbles it. Bovine, it is now your turn. What do you do?
So just clarifying, because each DM has sort of different rulings, tables are broken and I have a dead hobgoblin at my feet.
Yep.
How would you classify the movement for that? Would you
You can be fine.
just step over it because I'm a minotaur?
You're a nice big minotaur. You can quite easily get around the shrapnel of this table.
5, 6, so I'll go up here and I will use my cowbell to hit the goblin that just tried to attack.
Absolutely.
And basically say, you need to be nice to the cute but still competent funny person.
Absolutely. He turns around, like still terrified of the half-orc as he looks over at you, and roll me that to hit.
24.
24 will absolutely hit a goblin. Roll me some damage.
13 bludgeoning damage for the first one.
13 bludgeoning. Alrighty, yeah. Now as that this one turns around but it turns at the wrong angle as this big cowbell just bong as it hits him as he turns his face towards you, and you can see he immediately just collapses as well next to his friends. Also,
For whom the bell
Adele.
tolls.
For whom the bell tolls.
Yeah.
It's a new take on toll there. I like it. All right, you still got another attack as well as your movement.
Well, no, because I had to move to get to there.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
So that is all my movement. So I can't do another attack because we're being incredibly efficient.
Yeah, it's entirely true. Why is there a goblin in the building there? I must move him back. Whoops.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Let me bust through a window all of a sudden. Alrighty, well, if that's your turn, we go to this goblin who's dead. We go straight to Mac.
Okay. What's the go on these folks? Do they look like they're going to fight to the death, or do they just need a bit of a pop? Sorry, do they need to look
better?
Thought so.
Does it look like if I convince them they just go away? Because I mean the boss. Sorry, I guess the first question is, because I left for a second, are we intending to keep the boss unconscious, or is this just a coincidence?
Yes. No, it was intentional.
It's intentional.
So don't kill him. Cool. And I guess based on that, they're probably going to keep trying to help him while he is still conscious, right?
Very much the case. Since they can see that he is still breathing, they seem very adamant about keeping this fight going on.
Well, good thing that I can control my booms. So what I'm going to do is, if you can see that purple circle that I have very graciously left over there, we are going to make a 20-foot circle from there, and I'd appreciate if you could do that, Doom, because I'm mathematically challenged. And we are going to cast Ice Storm at 4th level, and I am an evocation wizard, which means you all get the wonderful joy of, like, you know how you stick your head when you were a kid in the aquarium into that little, like, dome thing and you saw the fish? It's like that, but with snow and destruction.
I'm not doing it. Sorry, I'm messing up the circle.
I stuck my head in a fish tank once. Does that count?
She's a ruler. All right, so that was Ice Storm,
20
was it?
feet in a circle. And I get to choose who it doesn't affect, so...
oh, well.
1, 2, 3, 4, thankfully. There are only 4 people that I want not taking damage, including this boss for some reason, even though it makes no sense to me, but sure. And I keep them alive.
All right, what do I need to make a save for this? What
They do. They need to make a... it is a dexterity saving throw. From all of those people in the circle that I deemed should die.
All right, and then that hobgoblin.
Yeah.
All right, how much damage are we talking here?
Well, if he passed, it takes half, and the total amount of damage I will roll now. But for those interested, it is 2d8 plus 4d6.
2d8 plus 4d6. Well, let's get those numbers out of there.
Okay.
I think I can safely say that these three are not surviving through it as they failed their save.
Okay, so far we got 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and so far 7 points of cold damage. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 points of cold damage. So all up, 15 plus 6 is 21 points of damage total.
15 plus 6, alrighty.
And that's total for everyone unless they pass their save. And I guarantee we're going to see some dead goblins.
You absolutely will. However, the hobgoblin itself seemed to be ready for it. And you can see he quickly shields up his blocks this ice coming down from above him as he manages to block it up and not take the full damage. Whoops, I just wrote the wrong number there.
That is all right. That is why I focused it in that direction, because he has not been hurt and he has more hit points than the standard hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin, yeah. The other goblins who did not have as more points than the standard goblin are, however, all dead.
Yeah.
As they get crushed.
And I'm going to give a heartfelt towards Mags, trying to suck her up through the many, many arrows in her various appendages, and then I'm going to go hide behind the wall.
It's a very agreeable
And that's my turn, sir.
Alrighty, well, Skiva, it is now your turn, big boy goblin.
Can I fit through the door?
Yes, you are. It is a too wide, so you can actually fit through it.
Nice.
It's an odd squeeze to see a goblin of this size squeezing through a door, but by Jove, it happens.
Nice. All right, I'm going to squeeze through the door so I'm outside. And then I think I like to use Scorching Ray on this guy over here.
Yes!
Absolutely. Is that a saving throw or an attack?
No, it's 3 rays of fire, and each one is a spell attack.
All right, roll me those, and and tell me what you get.
No worries. It's an 18 with a +7 spell attack is 25.
Yep, that will hit.
A 13, which is a 20.
20, that will hit.
And a 6, which is a 13.
Which is 13, which will not hit. So 2 of those hit. So roll me 4d6, I believe it is.
Yep. When math was never my strong point. That's 20 damage.
20 damage. All right. As you run outside, you sort of charge up this boom, this absolutely searing ray that flies across. You can see the steam from the rain as it flies through it, and even some of the ground clears up for a second as this just barrels through and hits him. You can see all the dampness of his like the suit that he's kind of wearing just completely evaporate as it just and burns a little bit hole through it. He staggers even more, but like gets up to 1 feet and he goes into ready to spin his thing. He is still alive, barely.
And then using my nimble escape feature, despite the fact I'm giant, I would like to take the hide as a bonus action.
I hate that I can't disagree with it. Absolutely, roll me a stealth. Stealth check, please.
I'm just a giant boulder.
Don't mind me.
What do I add? That's a 17. What do I add to stealth?
Dexterity.
3. So
3. That's 20. All right.
Maybe it's like playing possum, like no one's going to pay attention, even though they can all see you. Like
I feel like I just kind of like duck and cover.
It's like you managed to just form the exact stance of a statue, and just everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's been there forever."
He pulls the Drax, so still he's invisible.
Yeah, exactly.
Object permanence.
Yeah,
Thank God it is.
I
looked away for a second. Now I have 8 coffee cups on the desk. I don't know when that happened.
What happened?
Oh boy, we've got to go through all these. Oh, hello. This one hasn't, because I skipped their turn last turn. But seeing all the friends die, you see this one little goblin shaman sort of in the back that has just watched all their friends die, sort of run forward. He's like, the boss, and you
make good choices
and casts. Guess what? because they've got it exactly as well. They're going to cast Ice Storm.
Oh, I should have
you.
stuck my head around and cast counter spell. I'm sorry.
Actually, you know what? Let's make this even more interesting. They're going to no, we'll do a normal cast of Ice Storm. Everyone, give me a dex save. That is not the right number. I'll fix that up.
I
But
do
yes,
have a
give me
question
dexterity
though.
saving throw.
Can they sculpt spells? Because they're gonna hurt their boss in doing that.
They certainly are.
Protect the boss and his memory.
It's 10 from Mags. She's too chunky. She's got
you would have
dexterity
advantage
skills.
though, Max. Remember?
Oh, do I still have that? Oh, fabulous.
Yes. Oh, and actually, I mean, it doesn't work with the saving throw. I don't think I've even made an attack without disadvantage, so I haven't even been able to use my one yet.
That's 19 then.
19. Alrighty.
Thank
the saving
you.
throw is a
Well,
17. I don't know why it says 27 there. Because that is not-
21.
21. All right. Well, anyone who gets above 17 will only take half of. That's terrible rolls. Wow.
I'm guessing a natural 1 doesn't work.
No, a natural one. You're standing completely still. That it just does not. Like it absolutely will crash onto your head. So you'll take 18 points of combined bludgeoning and cold damage. Everyone else will take half of that. The boss as well. You'll see a big rock kind of go down and you see him kind of like a little bit eyes open wide.
How much damage was it? Sorry,
18.
18. Do I halve that again?
You'll take half of the 8, so you'll take 4 plus 10, so that'll be 4
Okay,
times
cool.
plus half.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
So what was the half damage? Was 8?
It's half of 18, so it'll be 9,
Okay, 9.
which is not very much. Everyone else would take the full 18. The boss on the ground, unconscious. Luckily, since he's in an unconscious state, will actually take death saving throw failures. So he's actually just got 2 death saving throw failures, but he's not actually dead at this point.
I've sculpted my spells for that motherfucker.
Well, to be fair, if he didn't, he'd be dead now.
By some miracle, the dude's alive.
Yeah, practically. All right, Mags, it is now your turn. This absolute devastation has gone in front of you. There's barely any of these goblins left standing, but there is this clear spellcaster in the background, a hobgoblin standing over there, and 2 other goblins to your left.
Okay, so
And you do have haste, so you've got a lot of movement.
not bothered by an enemy that is currently on their back. She is going to make a move over to... is this dude on the far left still kicking?
Oh, this one's still alive,
Yeah.
and this one's still alive. They are both
Cool.
currently alive.
She's going to make the dash over with haste to this dude over here.
Absolutely.
And still holding that grin that she's had almost this entire time, she is going to make an attack with her great axe again.
Absolutely. Roll me an attack.
Why fix it if it ain't broke? That's 13.
Ooh, a 13. Ooh, hang on. But yeah, these are goblins. I'm thinking they're actually, it will miss.
Does my advantage still hold with haste?
Does haste? It does give advantage. Sorry, Jack. Can you say that again? I believe it does, but
I apologize. What am I doing?
does haste give advantage?
On what, sir? On what?
Oh, attack rolls.
Attack roll. Until the spell ends, the target speed is double, gains a +2 to AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, gains an additional action.
Yeah, so
that action can only be used to take the attack, so no advantage.
Yeah,
sir.
so you do not get advantage, but you do get an extra attack essentially.
Okay.
But you are a barbarian, no?
Yes.
You could recklessly
Can
attack.
recklessly attack for advantage.
I don't have that on my sheet.
It is a feature and trait of. It just means that they have advantage against you, but under the
Wrong
circumstances.
page. There we go. Yep. In that case, yes, you're going to continue on a reckless attack.
Absolutely. Well,
now
then
she's
roll me
pissed.
Yeah, now roll me that advantage roll.
Okay.
It's like, how dare a goblin act like?
Are
this
you
despite the distraction?
serious?
Oh,
Oh, crit
no.
one.
Friggin', she's so angry that she's like overthinking it.
All right, yeah, it's like
have you
as go-
already used your reroll from the donation?
we had one at the start. I do think she did reroll, or did she get another one?
I think I've used that, and then I used whatever advantage I got. Yeah, okay. Can I... Oh, does it not count? Can I use a frenzy attack, which gives me one more?
You've already got your extra attack from haste as well.
Oh, true.
You
There's
do,
so many-
but you can still make it happen. with a frenzy breach.
Yes.
So you get one more attack as well.
Yeah, so technically you could attack 4 times in the same turn.
She's really going for it now. Now she's real. You thought she was cranky before. Now she's hella cranky.
Now she's hella mad.
Okay,
23 will hit. Give me some damage. Let's get this annoying obstacle out of the way, shall we?
Okay, now she's okay. Rolling for damage. That is, oh my! Why do you hate 5
damage?
Oh.
I feel like we can happily say this is the luckiest goblin in the world. As gone in with a strike, boom, he's move to the side. You've gotten a hit, but it's just like he's jumped back as he did. You just give him a little nip on the leg. Yep. He kind of like lets out a little screech as you hit him, but he still seems to be standing up and is still alive.
Going for 4th attack.
4th attack, right.
And this time she's going above the head and she's going down.
Absolutely, roll me another to hit.
This is so embarrassing. Okay. I can't see what that is. What is that? 19?
It's a 19, which will hit. Now roll me some damage.
Come on.
I mean, actually, I think it's physically impossible for you to not kill the goblin at this point.
Mama needs this. Oh!
14. Now
she's going straight down for the head. This is a kill.
It's like you see, as it's jumped back, like you see the goblin's almost got a smile on his face. How lucky it was to dodge all these attacks. It looks up as thump, and he just collapses dead.
Just goes, finally, and then kind of realizes what she's done and gets a bit quiet very suddenly.
You do have some more movement if you wish to move anywhere on this turn, but
yeah, she's good. She's just kind of staring at what she's just done.
All right, are any of these ones alive? No, they're all dead. Oh boy. This one's alive. Hello, Mr. Hobgoblin at the back here, who is absolutely been brutalized by this fire spell. You see he first turns and goes to aim where he got this ray had hit him. There's a ray of fire. He starts spinning this crossbow, but then can't see where he got shot from. So then he just turns over and starts shooting at the next closest target to him, which would actually be the monk, technically. So he starts, 4 crossbow bolts come flying out towards you. What is your AC?
The AC is 17.
It's a pretty good AC. And only one of these will hit you as these 4 bolts overpass. One of them will land a hit as you would take.
And that one.
And yeah, I was like, hang on. And I was about to say you take 5 points of piercing damage until you do some of your monk shenanigans.
Hashtag monk shit.
No.
Like, she's just not looking, and then suddenly her eyes flick over and just catches it.
Absolutely. It's deflect missiles, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 13.
Well, okay, it's 5, so no matter what you roll, it's already completely negated all that damage.
And I'm going to use one of my key points to make a ranged attack with it as a monk weapon.
Absolutely. Roll me that attack.
Nat 20.
All right, you want to describe how you do this one?
Just catches it before looking at it. And she throws it up in the air and jumps and kicks it with her bunny leg into his eye.
Yeah,
this is where the camera slows down following the arrow.
Oh, yeah, it's like, see back in the air, just, poof, as the feet come out, just zoom. There's like zooms in into the eye of the hobgoblin as you just see it like, and he goes down. He is dead.
Like a shot in like Wii Sports, you turn around, the whole group's going,
strike!
Strike.
Alrighty. Well, at this point, you see the bugbear kind of like push through the guys, looks out, sees the absolute carnage you guys done, and it's like, that one over there, spellcaster. If you've got a good think while you do it, absolutely you can strike them. Just think past the shields. Anyone who strikes the spellcaster at the back will now have advantage. Nezzy, quick! It is now your turn.
She'll also turn to the a bugbear or hobgoblin. A bugbear?
The one at the back here is actually just a goblin shaman.
No, the one in the fedora.
Oh, the one in the fedora. Here's a bugbear. Yes.
The boss is still alive. If you want him.
I think he's gotten a bit of the answers that I need for my investigation. Actually, I really appreciate this.
And then she's going to spring over with a full movement to. Well, not her full movement.
Yeah, it was like, your full movement is insane, isn't it?
It's 55 feet.
a haste
Rabbits.
level of movement.
It's rabbits.
Boing,
He's
boing,
always
boing.
hopping.
Alrighty, roll me an
I'm
attack.
hopping mad. All right, start with striking. First attack. I'm going to use my reroll because that was the first time it has failed me. That was in that one, so I'm going to reroll.
Fair enough. All right.
Okay, that's much better. That is a 26.
26 will hit.
I'll use another 3 charges on this staff. 6, 3, 7.
6, 3, 7. Is that
16.
16? Alrighty, yeah. This first hit goes through an absolute bong. Just like go do another cast. Do you do your flurry of blows again?
Oh yeah. 22.
22 will hit.
A 20.
20 will also hit.
For 8 and 8.
8 and 8, so that's 16. You just like hopped over in a quick fury. You see this goblin's about to start casting another spell, but then you're suddenly right in their face. They shudder a bit before boof, like boxing glove to the face. She completely interrupts the spell as she's casting it.
Still alive? Still up?
Still alive. You've given her a bit of a blood nose, but she does seem a bit more sturdy than the other goblins that have been around.
Okay, I think in that case I can probably use. I'll find where it is. Where's my? Yes. I'm also going to, from that melee weapon attack, from the staff of striking, expend 1 key point to stun the target. If it fails con save of DC 15.
Con save, all right. Goblin speciality, let's go. Actually, what is the DC?
15.
15. It actually does pass it. Rolls a 17 as it seems to be pretty like mentally resilient and it's not going to get stunned by this, despite it its spell being slightly interrupted. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
I will also. I know there's so much monk shit. I'm sorry.
It's like good old monk
That
shenanigans.
is the definition of the character. That's
like
what all monks do. It's
paging-
and this,
paging through my
and this,
book.
and this. Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget this. With the flurry of blows, I'm going to try and have them fall prone.
Prone, absolutely. What save is that?
15.
15. Is that dex saving?
Mhm.
And we'll actually pass that one as well with an 18, unfortunately.
And
So
then in that case, the other one can't make a reaction.
can't make a reaction. All right. You've actually boxing back in it. And though she seems quite resilient to all these different kind of like effects you're trying to place on her, you do feel like you've done a good job against her. Dance. It is now your turn. What do you do?
I've suffered her up for you.
Yeah, well, Dance realizes that no one's in the bar, so he shimmies forward out of the door. And then sees that the bovine doing her thing, and then realizes there's a giant statue. So he's like, oh, I've had a few drinks. I'll save that for a minute. Bonus action, Hunts Mark.
Absolutely.
And then sees the shaman.
Yep.
Her fashion style is shocking and is disgrace to all goblinoids. There's only one thing to do, and that's give her the point.
The arrow flies off. Roll me an attack. I feel like we need some theme music every time Dance comes out.
Disco Inferno.
I was thinking it's going to be something
This is Barry Manilow at this point in time.
26 will absolutely hit. Roll me some damage.
And I've been hearing Austin Powers the entire time.
Ah, no.
12.
Makes it so
Roll.
much worse.
Boom, the arrow flies across. See,
Shag on this.
The shaman is too focused on this rabbit in front of it as the arrow just thumps right into its torso. See her limp a little bit. She still seems to be up, but she's not looking so great.
Yeah. And then she takes an extra 3 from Hunter's Mark.
An extra 3 from Hunter's Mark. Oh, she is on the last legs.
And then it's like, Dance is like, that last beer really got to me. But he takes his second and last shot rather than peeing the goblin statue that's weirdly there.
Oh, absolutely. Take another shot.
just inappropriate stretching of the inside thigh. Oh,
Ugh.
that's 24 to hit.
24 will absolutely hit. Roll me some damage.
I'm in pain.
5 points of pointy damage.
5 points of pointy damage. This last shot flies across the shaman, looking over where you are. The arrow goes bang straight into the head. This shaman falls down dead in front of you, Nesquik. There is only one goblin left remaining who looks absolutely terrified. As you move,
is my free action? I loosen my flies. Oh.
Every time I think we've hit a ceiling, it gets worse. Every time. How?
I need an adult.
Bovine.
You're thinking of Austin Powers. I've been thinking
Yes!
if the arrows spark as they go across his mustache is like made of those metal scourer.
Oh, no.
So it's like flint.
We all take 1 point of psychic damage every time this happens.
Yeah, roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh. Now, what's it? I really wish I had 35 movement instead of 30, but alas. So
just to make things inconvenient.
25, 30. So I'll use my dash action and then do my horn goring at the end of it.
Oh, hell yeah. A charge attack with the horns. Roll me that attack.
Okay. It is a 17, but I do have 2 rerolls if that doesn't hit.
17 will absolutely hit the goblin. You don't have to worry about one of those
I have
rerolls.
2 rerolls.
So I got 9 damage on that one. And I'm going to fling him a bit.
All right,
I get
yes.
to make him move.
Oh, yeah, as you, bam, charge into him. I believe with your feet, as well as being a minotaur, you can push up to 15 feet of movement. Do you want to push this goblin the full 15?
So it says 10 feet. So, yeah, flick him 10 feet.
Yes, but I'm combining with your crusher thing, which adds another 5 to that, so you can completely
I
just
will
smack
do
him
the
one.
full 15.
Oh, yes. You absolutely charge in. There's a little fear in the goblin's eyes as boom, gets flung across and just gets collapsed into the ground. It is still alive, but you can see not only is it completely dazed, it's prone and a bunch of other things. It is still alive, however. And then,
Jesus.
guess what?
God, I just saw the donation.
You got a donation.
Oh no!
Oh,
It's a dance off.
We have a short rest, and everything is fine.
Ooh.
we take a nap in the middle of the pavement.
If only there
That is-
was the chance for a short rest, but no. Thump. You guys just hear like the whole ground shaking.
No, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no!
Boom.
Curse you, chat!
But thank you for whoever donated
Oh, thank you,
$100 to a very good
It's for charity
cause.
and
But
it's
really,
free, but how
we
dare
love you.
Oh yes, we also hit four
Thank you. How dare
250
you?
in donation, which is absolutely
No,
fantastic.
We've got 4259.69.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yes.
No, thank you so much for
nicest
that
donation.
incredible donation. And luckily, you guys ready for something that I prepared earlier?
No.
Oh,
You prepared
I'll bring it.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, Doom,
Bring it.
you'd be surprised about how much Doom has ready to go, so it's not a surprising thing.
I actually hear a bit of a
Impressed.
laugh from the was unconscious, but I guess I'm just going to make him awake after that big rock has hit him during the ice storm. From the goblin boss, like, yeah, you've woken her up. The mother's coming to get you. Before passing out once again. And then, out of the sewer grate over here. Actually, no, wait, I've got one right here. Oh, that's even closer. That's even
No,
closer.
that's near me.
You see a big
That's correct.
the stone in the pavement explodes open with the grate as you see a very tiny toad jump out. No, I'm kidding. As you see this massive toad burst through just with a solid
Whoa.
Okay.
Guess what? You guys are still in initiative. So
Eva, we have something for you to make go boom.
yeah, yes.
It's like you look and you see that like Skiva had like a lit stick of dynamite and was looking really upset because he thought that Bo was going to take over the last couple. And he's like, now suddenly elated. He's like, whoa, Skiva, make go boom.
And that goblin is still alive. Alrighty. Mac, it is your turn as you've just seen the. Actually, no, you're still inside. You've just heard this massive rumble in the ground.
All right, I'm gonna come back outside. I gotta counterspell that mage. What the fuck? All right. All right, give me a goddamn 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm still yelling in my head. I can't be bothered yelling for 10 straight rounds, folks. All right, well, good for the goose, good for the gander. Let's try polymorph into a tiny frog, please.
Into a tiny frog, absolutely. Hang on, let me just pull up the stats for frog.
Yes, please. Either that or a rat if you need to use a random stat.
Yes, because since it is still a toad, I'm just going to make the thing smaller again. But it is currently polymorphed.
Oh, it needs to make
it does
a
have
save.
saving throw. Yeah, what is sorry? I should make a saving throw first, shouldn't I? What is it?
Yes, it is a believe of wisdom. Let me double check.
Yeah, which probably not surprising to many people. A frog doesn't exactly have a lot of wisdom.
Wisdom save 17.
It rolls a 2, so it definitely becomes a tiny little frog.
Okay, and at this point, after I do that, I click my fingers and just look at the remaining goblin and just go away.
He's like on the ground, just kind of like not even really able to pay attention to what you're saying.
And I meander back inside the house and go, Skiva, I recommend putting that dynamite in the tiny thing in your mouth, yeah? Go back inside.
I want a drink.
I've got my glass of like salt water. I'm just sipping it, click my fingers, and I go back inside.
These goddamn kids getting off my lawn.
Not getting paid enough for this shit.
No, I guarantee it's going to be an interesting time. It's my turn, sir.
Absolutely, Skiva, it is now your turn. This massive thing has burst out and it's now sitting in a bunch of pile of rubble as a tiny normal little frog.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Because he's small, would you allow me to pick him up using a bonus action?
It's literally a toad, so this big.
It's because it'll try to resist. It's going to have to be a grapple action, so it will end up being your action.
Make the eyes bulge.
It will try to resist. So unfortunately, it is going to be your action if you're going to try and pick it up.
Okay, I'll have to change my tactics then, because I need my action for something else.
What could that be?
I don't know.
Someone said, Ramshin said he thought you were going to eat the toad.
Actually,
I was hoping you would, honestly.
No, actually, disastrous consequences.
Yeah, it would like break
Just
your jaw.
lick it.
Okay. Actually, I think here's what I'd like to do. You tell me if I can do this. I'm a big guy, right? For the moment, I'm a big guy.
Yes, you're quite a large guy.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I'd like to try and pick up the toad, and then I want to bolt over to the small goblin, and I'd like to force it into his mouth.
Please.
Alrighty. Okay,
Lick the toad.
So how I'm going to rule this is because usually giving somebody a potion or something like, get them vibe, I usually do that as a bonus action. I'm going to say that's a bonus action to put it into their mouth. It will take your action to pick it up, bonus action to put it in their mouth. However, you will need to roll, what's it called? Grapple to pick up the toad in the first place. And when you shove them in their mouth, they'll have disadvantage for it, but because they're kind of unconscious, but you will need to do another dex check to put it in the mouth properly.
We are all vengeful people. We're branded people.
Alrighty.
Now, because of the because I'm enlarged, I have advantage on this because it's a strength check, right?
Absolutely. And if I'm going to be quite honest, I don't think a frog's going to be able to hold back, but I mean, I just have to make it a check.
Okay. Let me roll this. First one's a 14 with a -1, so that's a 13. Natural 20.
Picked up the frog successful.
It's like, and with the frog's -5 strength, somehow, I don't think he's going to pull this out. You've absolutely picked him up. It's a crit anyway. So naturally, you
use it.
quickly just swipe it up. He's like, you see it, like it's kind of as you run over. All right, now you've got advantage on this one, but it will be another. Or should I make it a dex saving throw from him?
You're cool, bud. It's all crazy, ridiculous shit one way or the other.
My antics are in your hands.
Yeah, all right. This is going to be. I'm just going to make it a saving throw from him, but it is at disadvantage because he is basically not able to have 7. Yeah, you know what? You're going to make it.
Eat the toad.
Yeah, eat the toad. You shove it into his mouth. How kind of forcefully do you do it? Do you just absolutely ram it in there, or is it just kind of like just waiting for him to because he's half days out, wait for him to chew it, kind of thing?
God, I just realised what will happen when he chews it.
Yeah, I think I'd like to shove it in aggressively enough to make him bite down on it.
This is going to be really interesting to come back to because I've gone inside again. So I'm going to come out and watch a reptilian version of John Carpenter's The Thing.
Pretty much.
Upon my return.
No, you shove it in, reactively bites. You hear a bit of a swallow and just like panic in the goblin's eyes as like you see like the stomach kind of like bubble. But it's like he lets out a huge as from out of there returns a massive frog back to the same size that it was before. The goblin in absolute pieces. And as far as damage goes, it's not going to be a whole lot of damage. I'll let you roll it 1d6 plus 2 for its dexterity. As a frog only has 1 HP, it immediately turns back.
Oh.
That's a 6.
That's 6, alrighty. Well,
max damage.
This massive thing takes an absolutely furious 8 points of damage as this poor goblin took a lot more that I don't think we need to get into the details of.
I want the details.
Emotional damage.
I used a 4th level spell. I want to hear every bit.
They took a lot of emotional damage.
Skeever make go
indigestion.
Boom.
Yeah, you Skeever did indeed make go boom.
Good job, Skeever. Good job.
It suddenly cuts back into the bar itself to the future. It's like, damn, the darndest thing I ever saw. The frog burst out of this goblin. That's when I knew this group was somebody that I really had to work with. Zoom back into the combat. Mags, it is now your turn.
Away from that.
Yeah, not
my magic
get
trick.
away
I pull a frog out of a goblin.
Oh my god.
Mags, you've just seen this unfold.
Did any was there any splashback?
You roll me a dexterity saving throw. There was absolutely.
I didn't have my goggles on.
So she's gonna pull out a doily, and one of the doilies she's been making just like wipe it off.
Yeah, there was definitely splashback. There's no way around it.
And then just kind of throw the doily away. That thing's soiled. How do you follow that? Wow. Okay.
Gemma, just so you know, polymorph for when it happened was a concentration spell, so haste is gone.
Oh, haste is gone.
That is all good. That is.
I almost want to allow it to stay just because the lasted for so little, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Haste is gone.
Ah, that's all right. All good.
How far is that way? Okay, that's still within her regular movement. She's gonna go and bite the big toad that just came out of a dude's face.
The big toad. That was a small frog to a big toad again.
Yeah, again, like she's got like she's a soldier. She's used to seeing some weird shit, but this takes the cake.
It's like, this is welcome. Welcome to Bogrot.
She just kind of turns to Skeever and like gives a horrified expression and then charges towards the toad. And
Skeever make poop?
Skeever make poop?
Question mark.
Mag's never been scared of anyone in her life. She is a little bit terrified of Skeever. And as a classic, she's going to make that great axe attack.
Absolutely. Roll me an attack, and let's see if we can get this toad is as lucky as that goblin.
Well, that's 23 to hit.
23 will miss. No, it does hit. I'm kidding.
I was like,
don't worry, it's not that bad.
Bestie's horrified. And that is, I'm not going to go reckless on that one, so that's 11 damage.
Alrighty, 11 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. And with... Skeever's near. Ooh. Got a bonus action. Can I make an attack on a bonus action?
No.
You frenzy raged.
Oh, yeah,
So
you
you
can
have
frenzy.
that.
Yeah.
You have
Oh,
that
yeah,
for
I
the
do.
next 9 rounds.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Then
Cool. I
you
wasn't sure if
take
that
it
held on. Sweet.
Yes,
Thank you so
will.
much.
You will have a level of exhaustion afterwards, but I feel like
Oh,
that's kind
she's
of fair.
gonna the therapy this woman's gonna need. This group is going to family therapy after this. That's fine. I will make my second attack, my second and final attack.
Actually, you have two. You have two
have
more
two
attacks. So
attacks
you've got
and
extra
one
attack
additional.
as well
Oh.
as attack on a bonus. So you've got 3
Never
attacks.
mind, then keep it going. That is 27.
27 will hit. You know it.
Perfect. And that is another. Oh my, that's five damage.
5 damage.
And then
Massive damage.
just trying to get the image of what she's seen out of her head. She's making her final attack. 23 to
Will hit.
And that is another 10 points of slashing damage.
All right, as you are doing all these absolute cuts into this thing, like still trying to comprehend what you've just seen.
Get it out, get it out, get it out, get
You
it
can
out,
see
get it out,
that
get it out.
you're cutting into it quite easily. Like it's not like got a lot of armor, but you can see it's almost like not quite healing, but it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of internal damage to this
Right.
thing. It is taking the damage, but it seems to be like not bothered by it at this point at all.
I mean, the things it's seen.
Yeah,
Oh,
so much to the point where it is its turn, and it's though you've been cutting at it on the side, its focus is on this giant goblin. That I mean, the toad doesn't exactly have a lot of intelligence, but
Valid.
it's just the first thing it sees as it comes in, as because it's largest. And so, Skeever, what is your AC? Oh, sorry, I think you.
Just need to check if I get bonus for my enlarge. An AC bonus?
Just happened to say that skill of bonus against giant appearing toads. Good work.
Yeah, it's like no, it was when someone said that was my range of focus. They'd have no idea what I was going for.
Oh,
But
it's fine. My AC is 16.
16. Well, a 25 will absolutely hit you
I would think so, yes.
as you take 14 points of damage split between piercing and poisoning, and you are now currently grappled as this tongue just thunk, and it's like pulling you into its mouth. You are now stuck inside the mouth
Aren't you
as
still
you are
very large?
currently
Oh,
restrained.
the cruel irony.
Yes, he is very large, but this toad is larger than him. This is an absolutely giant toad. He's just a large goblin. But yeah, so you're now currently restrained by this tongue that's like pulling you in and trying to chomp you even more. However, that is all it does on its turn. You see it goes back to Drax and he's just like, I didn't even know how to handle it, but if there's one thing that I needed, it was information from that goblin. So I had to take him from him. So like in the middle of this combat, he's going to pick up this unconscious goblin and start taking him inside away from the combat. Nezzy, quick. It is now your turn. You've seen this crazy situation unfold. What do you do?
Yeah. Time to make it croak, I guess. Gonna run over to it and I can hop. I've got some hop speed.
Yeah, the old hops. You got a little hops behind it?
Can I jump up on top of the toad?
Oh, give me an acrobatics, but yeah, I'll absolutely allow that.
I mean, I can use my bonus action to do a rabbit hop so I can jump 20 feet
You know what?
without...
Yeah, that will 100% allow it. not even a check.
It won't provoke opportunity either, so I'm just gonna hop.
So bonk, jump on top of it. You see it's eating this giant goblin. Well, hang on, sorry, I should say large goblin, not giant.
Before I land, gonna use the staff and just I'll two-hand it, so it should do a bit of extra damage.
Give it a proper crack of damage with the staff. Give me that to hit.
That is a 27.
27. Surprisingly, hits. Roll me some damage.
The 8 out now. And I'll use another 3 charges, may as well.
This could give it absolutely bonk this toad.
You should have stayed in the sewers.
So that is 14, and then with the extra force damage, it is 17 total.
17 total. All right. So, yeah, as you've boom, 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 you can see just kind of like
Oh, I've been rolling it wrong the entire time.
Oh, have you?
For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra d6, so I should have been rolling 3d6.
Ah, well. I'll roll it now. Get that in there.
4.
An extra 4.
8.
8. Ah, yeah. Sorry. Yes, no, absolutely. As you jump on top of it and crack, and then absolutely be like smacking it from with your seat, like you have to hold your balance as it kind of croaks a little bit. And would you go ahead and roll me a d4, please? Meanwhile, thank you so much for that donation. As a wild magic surge on the toad.
So
let me...
on the
It gets even
D4 is,
bigger.
the D4 is 3.
D4 is 3. Okay. Well, and I rolled a 69. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I know
Well,
what's going to happen. This is the D20. This is the Chris D20 special.
Yeah, there's each creature within 30 feet of you, so 30 feet of the toad, becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it
This is going to be fun to come out to.
Alrighty, so, and because each creature does not include me, the toad, I would imagine. So, Bovine, Mag, Skeever, and Nesquik, you have all disappeared as you are now invisible. The only thing that you can kind of see is like something inside the toad's mouth as you see it kind of like, and you hear something crash out. Skeever, you are no longer restrained by it as it is kind of thrown you out. But not just you. 4 giant toads come out with it.
Oh no.
Yay!
That's disgusting.
It
Oh,
just keeps happening.
I wouldn't have been able to hide it properly on the. Actually, I probably could have. But these are also invisible as they come out. But you see like a bit of goop coming out with it. So technically, you guys don't see it, but there you can definitely hear things have landed. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Have landed around where Skeever just was. That one's too large.
Fuck me.
Did we have any plans on leaving this courtyard? Because I think we should probably cancel.
I have a feeling this is the adventure, yeah.
I'm not the one. I'm not the narrator, so I don't know.
If you guys want a fun fact, I made 5 maps for this.
Oh, buddy.
No, it's completely okay. As Jack said, I like having redundancies.
It's Jasper's. Nothing goes according to plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the plan. To have no plan.
Alrighty, hang on. I just got to quickly
Just
roll.
recycle it for our game, bud.
I'll add them to the initiative orders. But during that, Nesquik, do you have anything else you want to do on your turn? You've just turned invisible, and you've seen the scene kind of like pulse out and expel what you would assume to be Skeever, but there was a lot more splashed goop than just what Skeever should take up. Splashed goop is a lovely terminology, by the way.
I used the jump on the bonus action.
Yes.
So I think that is me. I'm just going to stay...
keep balanced.
Yeah.
Hidden on top.
Just going to stay put.
Dance, it is now your turn. You've just seen, number 1, the whole shenanigans about this goblin getting exploded. And on top of that, everyone, you've seen the bunny jump up. Skeever's gotten eaten, but then they've all just disappeared as it's kind of thrown up something. What do you do?
Dance stops undoing his breeches, turns to the giant toad and says, "Terrence, I thought we were a thing. Just you and me."
Of course he knows the toad.
Of course.
Oh my.
Of course.
Oh, mother of the swamps. I guess that makes you the dad of the swamps.
And then,
That's the
Wait,
daddy of the swamp.
these smaller toads. These are your. Never mind. That's gross.
and just like you've broken my heart, I'm going to pierce yours. And then I take a shot with sharpshooter.
Absolutely. What was that? Roll me to there. That's a hit.
Yeah, fla 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 fla.
21 will absolutely land the hit. Roll me some damage.
That's an extra plus 10.
So that's a 21 points of damage, is it?
Let me just and then Hunter's Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Anyway, how was your giant toad?
Like dragon bosses? Nah, who wants dragon bosses? Giant toad, let's go.
Giant Toads takes 21 points of you broke my heart damage. Second attack.
It's 11 points of piercing,
me
but
apart,
that's
man.
10 points of psychic.
Yes. And then an extra second attack.
Roll me that attack.
Against Toady Wesso.
Toady White.
No.
15.
I'm gonna cry.
Why'd you say
will not hit, unfortunately.
it's Tommy Wise Toad? Jeez.
Oh, that's actually better.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
really good. I'm so annoyed.
What is this wisdom? Hang on, I'll just crank up its wisdom a little bit.
So much of this session has been the equivalent of like someone hitting on you on the bus. You're like, go away. Leave me alone. I've got my headphones on. I just want to read my book. Please.
No, unfortunately, the 15 will miss. Do you want to do anything else with the rest of your turn?
Just grind a bit against the wall.
Oh yeah, where the
Just
statue was
to
suddenly disappeared.
remind Terrence what he missed.
Oh, I'm so sad that Dance isn't invisible right now.
Oh, Bovine.
Free action on that turn. You just see a little bit of vomit suddenly appear on top of the toad.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm going
At that
broke.
display.
I'm laughing.
Bovine is.
Hurts.
Oh.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is definitely how I planned this game to go.
All right, this is what you had in mind when you had this on. Yeah.
Oh, Bovine, your turn.
This is high fancy. How dare you?
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, your turn. You're invisible, and you've heard the toad's still there, but you've seen like all this kind of goop land around you, and you've got like you can almost feel like warmth and like a smell coming from right next to you.
I can't see anything, but I can feel there's something there.
You can sense that something is there. It's very close. It's also a very smelly toad, so.
And I heard the landing. So, and I apologise to the audience for a terrible list of puns, but I had them prepared given the weapon. Bovine's
Nothing can be
going to
as painful.
take her maul, and she's just going to go have a taste of my Jingle Bell Thock and smack it.
Absolutely, roll me that attack.
Sorry, Gemma.
Both in the game and real life, I would like to just like phase out.
Oh, no.
So the first one is a 16.
16. Hang
I've
on.
re-rolled
That should hit.
something.
Yes, it absolutely
16
hits.
Okay. So that is 13 damage.
13 damage, absolutely. You're now no longer invisible. You both had disadvantage and advantage on that attack, so that's why it was just a straight attack. Just for mechanic explanations. But yeah, as you've gone bong, you've suddenly appeared again, but it definitely connected off something. You can hear a little from there.
My second one is 15.
15. You will have to roll a disadvantage for this one because now he's invisible, but you're not.
Okay.
Well, then again, you would know exactly where it is at this point. You know what? Nah, never mind. 15 it hits. I've gone against my own ruling.
So that one is 14 bludgeoning, and because I've seen what these things do with their tongues, I will take the opportunity to push it backwards with my horns at the end of it to push it back 10 feet.
Absolutely. That's a shove, I believe, which is an athletics check.
Oh, I thought it was just a feature because of the Minotaur.
No, you still have to do the actual push and check.
Okay.
You do, however, can always push somebody 5 feet away. You can just do that. The Minotaurs add another 10.
Ah. See, this is what happens when I'm playing new things for the first time. So strength check.
Luckily, I've got a lot of experience playing Minotaurs. They're one of my favorite things. So
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Technically, I've got to. I don't think it's going to pass, but I'll do its whole save anyway.
You can
Acrobatics.
see more Minotaurs on Roll for Damages, Ice and Blood, Season 2 to be determined.
To be determined in the next couple of months. Actually, it rolled a crit 20 on that save. So unfortunately, you'll only get to push it back 5 feet because that's just the path that happens. But you hear a boom, but it seems to be like you can see like the group that's on the ground kind of like stretch back a little bit, and it seems to be held on the ground more than you would have expected things to get pushed back by you.
Very good.
All right. You do have a bit of movement if you want to do anything else in your turn.
Well, I can't see anything, so I'm a little bit worried if I move, I'll start tripping over people.
That's a very fair aspect to have.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, you've gone inside. The problem has been solved. The thing's become a tiny frog. You've heard a lot of things going on outside.
Out of the boom. And I'm looking at, in my mind, a bunch of like predator like images, like how he went invisible, but there's movement and stuff. So I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. It's like a painting of motion. And I see that I've got my visible Minotaur friend. So what I'm going to do, because I've got an intelligence of 20 and I can sort of work it out based on the weirdness that has already happened, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold my action for a cone of cold at, I think that's 5th level, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, cold is a 5th level spell, correct?
Yeah. So I'm going to use some charges from my staff to make that happen, but based on the stuff that's happening around me, I'm going to wait until I can see the forms of my bunny friend and my half-orc friend, and then I'm going to let loose, because then I can sculpt the spell accordingly.
Hey, firm, all right. I've heard your trigger, and that will absolutely what happens when that happens. Skeever, it's now your turn. You are invisible. You're big. You're for a second inside this giant toad, but it expelled you out. You felt other things going out with you, so you know there's other things around.
Yeah, that was gross. Not a big fan of that. Let's see here. What can we do? I think, you know what? This is as good a time as any. I would like to. So Skeever takes out. He reaches to his belt and he takes out this little like metal cube type thing, and he's gonna drop it down probably here. I think in this square here.
Yep.
And gives it a little kick, and it kind of falls out and assembles itself into what looks to be a cannon.
Eldritch cannon.
Correct. This is my Eldritch cannon.
A little box. There we go. Hang on. Done. There we go. There's your Eldritch cannon.
Thanks. Perfect. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my Eldritch cannon, and it is a flamethrower. So it is going to spew out flames in a 15-foot cone, which I think is probably going to go pretty much just get mostly the big one.
Just burn the big boy? All right,
yeah.
Absolutely. What kind of saving throw do I need to make for that? And also, does deploying an Eldritch Cannon count as a spell?
That's a good question.
Because when you cast a spell, you're no longer invisible. But does it count as
That's kind of
casting a
useful
spell?
because it means that you're not going to get turned into a statue.
It's just giant goblin that's invisible now as well. What saving throw do I need to make for that?
So, dexterity saving.
Dexterity save. All right. Come on, Toady boy. I believe in you. 11. I do not think.
That does not save. No.
You did not.
You know what? You're still invisible. It doesn't count as a spell in my mind. It's its own thing. So yeah, no, you stay invisible, but this burns the toad. You can see it start like burning away all this like moisture that's along the side of the toad as it kind of like starts searing the skin. How much points of damage is that?
2d8's worth.
2d8s.
First one is 5, and then an 8. So that's 13.
13 points of damage. No, it's clearly searing out the toad. You can almost see like it kind of go. It's almost like starting to throw up again as well. There's a big like chorus of from these invisible sides as you bovine. You hear a little thunk, a thlop arrive next to you as a bite comes out from the shadows with advantage on its on it.
Happening.
What is your AC? Because I do not believe a 21 will probably hit.
Or muted.
Oh, yes, you are muted as well. All right, you will take 13 points of damage. However, you were not grappled. Ignore that second part. I was meant to get rid of it for these ones, but
All good. So 13 damage.
13 points of damage as this one has ribbeted over. Mags, beside you, you hear a bit of like a, like kind of smacks into you as you hear a flip, but it seems to kind of like you get bumped by this thing that's like all icky and sticky, but you see it, keep seeing it flop, blump, blump, and goes over to where Mags is as well, and gets another bite against her with
Bring
advantage.
it.
With advantage as it's invisible. Where are we? Where did I put? Just add this up. There we are. Sorry, and does a 19 hit?
It meets.
Oh, not you. Sorry, this is going against this is going. Bo
Oh, sorry.
because
Yes,
Toad couldn't see you. It's not
current-
intelligent enough to even if it bumps into something to go around it. So
19 currently hits.
19 does hit. All right, you will take another 13 points of damage as this other toad that appears next to you as you see this big gives you a good, like, hits you with its tongue and then gives you a good solid bite, but can't quite pull you in. Not large enough for that. Mags, it is now your turn. You've seen
Hello.
these two other toads appear. This big one's still there, and you are currently invisible. What do you do?
How tall is the biggest toad?
The biggest toad, I want to say probably 7 meters tall. It's pretty large.
Okay. Oh,
7 is probably maybe 5.
there's something I want to do. Can I tell you what I want to do, and you tell me if I can or cannot do it?
Oh, sure. Let's play this out.
I want to take because I've got in my inventory currently, I've got 2 hand axes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to jump and try and climb up the toad.
Alrighty.
Yep.
I like this idea. I like this. All right. This will be a combined attack
Just
with
starfish
athletics.
crash the toad. Okay.
So what I'd like first from you
yes.
is an athletics check to see how well you are going to actually perform this action, and then we'll just do a
Okay.
series of attacks.
That's cool. That is hopefully one of my
You have
stronger
advantage on
ones.
those, Gemma, because you're raging.
Okie dokie.
Also,
okay,
we did get another donation for advantages
Yes,
as well.
I did also see that one. Okay, so let's have a
Thank
look.
you,
Let's see if I can
Schnauzer.
beat. Okay, my best one was 24.
24. Yeah, 24 will absolutely allow. You're in quite good shape for an old cranky woman.
This isn't
Man.
the first toad she's jumped on.
Yeah, this is like rock climbing to you.
See my exes.
But yeah, it's like
This is advanced bouldering.
Please don't stab me. I'm still on the toad.
you should be using these axes to climb up, so I don't think you clear the top that much. But give me 3 hand axe attacks.
Okie dokie pokey. Okay, so first one. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to use my advantage to re-roll that one because that was a
Crit
natural one. That one's not much better. That's 14.
14 will unfortunately not hit, but you can still keep your climb going up.
Okay. Second attack.
Another 14.
14. What the
ends up seeming to be
hell?
happening with these is, like, as you're putting them in, they are cutting in and giving you enough force to leverage yourself, but doesn't
But
seem to be
not
getting
doing-
deep enough to cause any like bleeding or anything like that. So you just
That's okay.
while
She's mostly
climbing-
just keen to get up there.
yeah. So you're getting up there, and you still have one more attack.
Okay, here we go. Last one. Make it good. Oh, or don't. That's an
Or
option
12.
too.
Well, the good news is,
Have advantage if you want. You can re-roll.
I already used my advantage on the first one.
yeah.
So
And it cooked it. That's fine.
And then-
She's just climbing.
Every group needs someone that's going to roll badly.
clarification, and people can say no. I currently have 3 rerolls because I haven't used any of mine. Can I give one to Gemma?
Do it.
I mean, as a DM, I'm going to allow this. I'm going to allow this.
Oh, I'm gonna feel so bad if I waste this.
If that's the case,
Come on,
if that's
crit
the case,
one.
I'm gonna
Come
turn
on,
myself.
Don't you
Wasted.
dare crit one me. I will cry in real life. Okay, last one. Come on. With the strength of
Big
Tammie
money.
behind me. Big money.
Big 16,
16?
which does it
Oh,
cracks the
thank
AC.
God, it
That
had
is
to
the
work
hit.
once. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Tammie.
Yay.
All right, roll me some damage on that.
Okay, that's with the hand axe. So come on, don't
Teamwork.
dick me over here. That's 7 damage.
Massive 7 points
Yeah,
of damage.
my lucky number though, so I'm gonna take that as a good thing.
Hey.
Am I able to use? That it would count as movement, wouldn't it? I was saying bonus action to just. How close am I to the top? of this thing?
With this, you will get to the top. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, that's all good. Not much really I can do from up here other than just like hold on.
Yeah, so though unfortunately you don't get that much cutting into it, you do get your movement up and you manage to swing on top. You are now
That's
fully
good.
visible. Nesquik, you can see Mags appear beside you. You are still, however, invisible. But that's when
Who's still invisible? Sorry, who is?
Nesquik.
Damn. Okay, right.
I'm on
Never
top.
mind.
All right. Bovine, what is your AC? Because we get to the big toad, you're the only one visible currently in front of it. And it's got one on its back. However, the tongue will fly out and try and grab you in. What is your AC?
So because I'm an idiot who forgot about animating a shield, it is currently 18.
18 will actually succeed on that one. It rolled a 16 on this, so you see like this tongue goes to like hit you, but you manage to like very quickly react, like smack it with your cowbell, knocking it off completely. It retreats as that's all it does on its turn. Actually, probably should make it move. Actually, it goes to try to move forward and then just bumps into Skeever. Just like goes like boink. And it kind of like bonks back, and you see it like a little bit confused. It's like, you can see it's like it's kind of like pulsing out a little bit again. Alrighty, Bovine. Still the only one here, and frogs aren't very smart, so they're just going to keep going against you. Hang on. These two.
Hang on, is the big toad now on Nessie?
Nessie is on top of the big toad.
Oh,
Yes, hang on. We'll put them up there so we know that they're on top of it. Eva, you also feel another big like kind of thunk underneath your feet, like of something just kind of bumping into you. Before a bite will come at you. Well, I'm going to make it at disadvantage because the toad isn't spawned, just kind of like biting something in front of it. So this won't be at disadvantage. However, Bovine, you will take a normal attack with advantage against it. A 9 will not hit Skeever, and a crit 20 will absolutely hit Bovine.
oh yes.
Bovine, you will take 11 plus 19 points of damage, which is 30 points of damage as
Bovine's looking a little rough.
as this
Baby,
big,
no!
you manage to smack this massive tongue away, but then just another one just thunk and hits you right in the face as it just kind of this poison like seeps down you and it just gives you a solid bite as it does its follow up from the tongue. Nezzy, quick, it is your turn. You're on top of this toad. You're still invisible. What do you do?
Gonna go for a lot of hits.
Whack.
Sounds about right. Let's get some. Let's get some of that monk shenanigans.
Because of me not counting all of the damages with the Staff of Striking, I've taken back a few of the charges.
That's right. I'm gonna be thinking about that.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Wait, does a 16 hit?
16 will hit. Yes, actually,
Okay.
yeah. Hang on, wait, metagame. No. It's fine.
Yeah, 16 hits. I rolled a 5, but thank you for the plus 11. And I will expend the 3 charges for that.
All right, absolutely. Roll me some damage.
Well, D6 are required. Okay. So we have me throwing off the table. Okay. So the one from the actual staff itself is 9, and then going to do 3d6.
3d6, absolutely.
6, 5, 4.
6, 5, 4. So
consistent.
that would be 15.
Force damage.
4. See, as you just boom crack into the top of this thing, you see like running. Guess what? Roll me another d4.
1.
1. All right. As like you see it like repulse again as 2 more. This time completely visible.
Oh, Lord.
Toads appear.
Jesus.
Is it possible when I make that melee weapon attack? Can I try and stunning strike it?
Yes, you can absolutely try stunning strike it.
With
I don't
DC
think there's any
15.
like size limits on that.
DC 15 con save.
Con save. All right. What did I make your con? Not good. No, it will fail this. The big boy after you see it's kind of getting.
Will it stop its
No,
vomiting?
this is like an involuntary action. It absolutely still keeps happening.
That's a fair question.
No, it's a very fair question. No, it does not. It is, however, stunned. So I believe everything has advantage against it at the moment.
Yeah, don't we all vomit toads when we get stressed?
I mean,
Classic.
wait, do you guys not? Or
Go see a doctor about that one.
Only in my head.
Yeah, only in my head.
I thought we all knew frogs go la-di-da-di-da.
How dare you? How dare you?
Alrighty.
And now I'm going to use my flurry of blows.
Yeah, there we go. Here's.
Well,
You've got advantage on these as well, so.
I'll just re-roll to see if I get a 20 on both of them. No. So one of them will hit, then the second one will be in that 20.
Well, nice. Roll me that damage.
Okay, so just is 1d6 plus 4. So that first one is an 8, and then for the crit is 12.
Sorry, was that? It was 8. Yes.
Yes,
So
8 and then 12.
Absolutely. You can see like almost already like boom, 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 boom. You can see kind of like almost already again. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
Is there even any more I can do?
I think that was the joke, yeah.
He's like, well, I mean, monks are crazy. Before he's like, well,
there's
actually,
possibly more, actually. Oh, and by the way, my strikes do count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity.
I mean, that's not relevant at all. So luckily.
And I'm going to make it so it can't take a reaction.
All right. Well, I don't think it can anyway. As while it's stunned, I'm pretty sure that's why the effects are stunned.
Just in case.
Just in case, it still can't make a reaction. You've like clocked it in both the eyes at this point. It's just kind of blood, just throwing out some more and more of these toads.
Now that my bunny friend has appeared, I have taken the liberty of pre-rolling the damage.
Absolutely.
And thankfully, she has managed to stun our biggin friend before he can do a save. So he automatically fails and takes 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage.
And the rest of them need to make dexterity saving throws DC 17, please.
Absolutely.
Okay.
DC 17.
Not you guys. You guys are safe.
Good, because I would have failed that.
No. That's my whole thing. Like, you guys are in a lovely little dome, and it's like you're in like a little snow globe watching everything happen around you. It's very pleasant.
I just made eye contact with Clint's new background.
Only 2 actually pass that. So how much damage is that again? Sorry?
34, and if they pass, that would be 17, I think, if I'm doing my math right.
17, yes. Oh boy. Now that is an effect. It's like absolute, just like all these toads are there. Everyone was there. I can focus. This absolute freezing ray blasts out. You see the one that Bovine had struck earlier instantly freezes, and just like all the other ones
they turn into frozen
like,
statues.
These moist bodies that they've got is just completely. Just getting like, you can see like the icicles kind of appearing on the side of it. However, they all do seem to still be alive.
That's all right. Making headway.
No, a lot of them are not looking so hot. And with that damage as well, you see like on the big one, just roll me a d4, please.
I don't wanna.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
2.
All right. 3 more toads come flying out of the mouth that are not affected by this current cold.
So please tell me that this detracts from the mother toad's health and stuff.
We don't know.
So in a way, you rolled a 2, right? Yeah, so it's another 3. As it just kind of like blurring, you can see like these things kind of like slopping over all the bodies in front of it before landing, and like eyes opening.
Does anyone have summoned snakes?
Alrighty, Dance. Dance, it is now your turn because that was a reaction.
Here we go.
Everyone prepare yourself.
Yeah.
There's just an absolute smattering of toads around you, around the field at the moment.
Lance just looks into Terrence's beautiful toad-like eyes with sadness in his own at this point in time. And you betrayed me for the last time, Terrence. And I will take a sharpshooter shot to remove those eyes from this world and forever.
The drama, the intrigue. Roll me an attack. with advantage.
Better than any K-drama.
I want a prequel story about this romance just so I know how this got started.
Quickly
And
cuts
that is
back
a
to
crit with a sharpshooter.
Joys.
Well,
That's in the story of one.
roll me that damage.
So for some reason it didn't roll as crit. So it did. Well, there we
Didn't roll
go.
crit.
So that is
You rolled 2 6s, so it'd be 12 plus 4 plus 10.
plus 10 plus. Let me stop you there. Hunter's Mark again.
Absolutely.
Terrence broke my heart.
All right, well, we'll add the Hunter's Mark damage. It's another D6,
Hunter's
I
Mark
believe.
is there. Come on, DM, get the hell out of it. And that's an extra 10 points of Hunter's Mark damage.
As just tear goes down your eye. Aim the arrow. Poof, it lets go.
Single tear.
At the last moment, you can see the eye of the stunned Terrence go to you. You see a tear go down his eye as poof, it hits,
Oh.
and you just and collapses, falling over dead with Mags and
Terrence, no.
Terrence. Mags and
Beautiful love
Nesquik.
story.
I liked
You
it
are-
more than dance.
You fall.
Can I just quickly, just as we're falling, can I grab Nesquik and just go back?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and roll
Yeah.
me an acrobatics for this landing as well.
And DM, those toes that suddenly issued forth from Terrence,
Yep.
do they have any family resemblance to Dance?
Roll me a history check.
No!
I'm out.
Natural one. I'm begging you for a natural one. Please.
Oh.
12.
Actually, you know what? Come to think, I probably should have made it a nature check.
History. The annals of the giant.
An animal handling check.
You try and focus.
That's what he did
You
to Copulate.
look into your eyes. Look into their eyes. You try to see if they can see your feelings as you're staring into their soul, and they're totally staring into yours. Totally. You think back. This could be something, but then you remember. Unfortunately, satyrs are not cross-compatible with toads, so they cannot be your kids.
Oh, people say that, and I take my second shot at the toad that is currently inappropriately licking one of my party members.
Absolutely, I believe that would be this one up here. Guys, roll me an attack. 17 will hit. Give me some damage.
Oh my god.
Move mine's mark across, and that's one. So that's bob. Hunter's Mark. Why can't they put it on the same page?
Terrence!
8 points of damage. Terrence. As you recognize that this is actually the spawn of when Terrence betrayed you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I go for the dramatic guitar stance where I spread my little satyr legs as wide as possible and then kind of rear up to the heavens.
Oh lord.
Terrence! Terrence! Oof, as it flies through the air, hits it in the rips through your ear aloud, like, as it collapses. That one is now dead as well.
Question.
Yep.
How come Dance has a fly to undo when, since they're a satyr, they're presumably not wearing pants because it's all fur?
He put it on specifically so he could undo the fly.
Evolution.
It's actually a toupee with a zip inside it.
Didn't say I was undoing. Which fly was being undone?
My question is, why are you digging deeper into this hole, Moth?
No more.
Dig
We
up,
need the law.
stupid.
The people,
We need the law.
need to know.
Bunny.
This is going like the official wiki.
Now Terrence is gone. I need new.
New
Mags just
conquest.
picks up. Next scene is like, no. Stop it.
my
Stop
And I guess with that, guess what? A magic surge for Skeever right there. You want to roll me a D100?
Too horrified.
I mean, this is when you need a fireball centered on yourself, I think.
So we don't have to put up with Dance?
So what'd you roll?
36.
Was that 36 or 86? Sorry, my ears.
36, 36.
36. Roll a d10. Your age changes a number of years equal to the roll.
We
The
do
roll
not
is
need
on.
to-
7. 7.
7. Okay, you got set. You just suddenly get 7 years younger. Not that anyone can tell because you're still invisible.
Nice.
Actually, which I probably should have pointed out. Like the cone of cold technically would have hit you actually, but no, it's
Ow.
no, it's you see, suddenly just you feel a bit more youthful and a bit more spring in your step. All of a sudden, this has been a weird day for you. You're currently huge. You're teleporting around, and now you're feeling a bit more youthful. Bovine,
Yes.
it's now your turn.
I am going to use my bonus action to pop out my animated shield that I should have popped out a very long time ago. But
Probably at the start of the encounter. Absolutely, boom! 2 more AC.
She's been busy. There's a lot going on.
A lot of toads.
And my pun to go with my attack this time is that your head can ring my bell as I make it connect with my staff. Well, ball. That was a nat 20.
Alrighty, nat 20. Which one are you attacking here?
Cowbell approves.
So probably the one behind me. So this one.
That one? Absolutely. Roll me some damage. You know what? I'm going to be honest. You probably don't need to roll damage. This one only had 5 HP left.
Oh.
As you go in for a good bong, you see just kind of like skull gets kind of pushed into the pavement. A little bit of goop splats out as it is definitely dead.
And then I can move. So I will move up here and I will then use my second attack on that one there.
Absolutely.
If you miss, feel free to use my advantages because I've been rolling save attacks.
I've still got 2.
Yeah,
I've still got 2.
I've got 3.
Good. So that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, actually that will surprisingly sure hit it.
17 bludgeoning damage.
17 bludgeoning damage as a solid another bong of the cowbell cracks across the side of this toad's leg. It rings a lot more as you see the vibration kind of go through it. You see it stumble a little bit, but it's still quite alive.
Can I take the pushback then?
Absolutely. Boof, it pushes back 5 feet. You can roll for another added 10 feet if you want to give me an athletics. I believe that's a bonus action.
Yeah, so 13.
13.
Probably not enough.
Well, it all depends on what this toad rolls, actually. So let's roll a dex. Because ironically, it's acrobatics, but 4. No, it absolutely gets pushed back. Boom. Give it a nice good thunk, and you see it like vibrate as you go for your horns and give it a nice shove. As you fling it back, it flips onto its back before quickly flipping over, but it's now next to the building and a lot closer to Dance and Mac right there.
Why?
Get it away from me!
Speaking of Mac, it is now your turn. What do you do?
Well, I took the liberty of rolling damage again because I know I rolled in no one time. And I'm going to let the DM decide where I should place my fireball to hit the most people because I can keep everybody safe. And I'm just like, y'all are a bit chilly. Let's warm it up. And
Hit everybody from that point. All right, that's dex saving
please
throws.
kill as many frogs as possible.
Frogs.
It is a dex save DC 17, and if they fail, it's 35 points of damage.
These poor frogs. I mean, unfortunately, you will miss because you did not yell while you were doing this. So
Yeah, well,
So-
unfortunately, I have fucking neighbors, sir.
all right, 1, 2,
Unless you want to
3,
pay
4,
me
5.
for a new home.
No, all good. Okay, only one of them passes it. So what was the damage? Sorry.
35, so.
35. Alrighty, so half of that would be 17.
How many did I end up hitting out of interest?
You hit all except for the one next to the building.
All right, well, I'm going to get the hell away from that one. Hey, good to see you. I killed your family. Bye.
All right. Now, as this fire just kind of boils up, and you see it going a lot. A couple of them turn to complete cinders at the back here, which are the ones that had taken a bad hit from before. 3 are still standing, but they all seem quite in bad. Well, 4, sorry, miscounted. 4 are still standing, but they all seem to be in pretty bad way.
All right. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can do. So, give a cheer as a bonus action. That's my turn.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Alrighty, Skeever, it is your turn. You are still invisible. Your turret's still there. What do you
Nice. Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to move my turret to here.
do? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm not pinging it. Here.
Yeah. Yep. There for you.
And as part of that same bonus action, I would like to activate it to shoot flames at these two. I think they're in a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, you'll absolutely be able to hit those two. Which I'm guessing is another couple dex saving throws.
Yep.
These poor ones didn't even get a turn.
DC is 15.
God.
15.
born like
One
5
will
minutes ago.
reach 15. The other one did fail with a crit one. So
Okay, so he's going to take half damage. Oh, that's a 1 and an 8. So 9 damage on the fail, and half of that on the save.
alrighty. Well, one of them, it was on its last legs already. Just as this fire goes out, it's combined with the fireball. It just boils up. You can see its skin completely getting seared as it falls down. The other one, you can see its eyes starting to dry. There's no moisture left on its body. It's still alive, but you can just hear the.
Then I would like to use my movement to move over to here. And as I'm doing so, I pull out like a little metal box that's got a big button in the middle of it and a little antenna. As I'm working, I'm like, contingency. And then as my action, I'm going to press the button and cause my Eldritch Cannon to detonate.
Fair enough. How big is this explosion?
So it's 20 feet.
20 feet. Alrighty.
And there's a dexterity saving throw again, and it'll be 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half on a success.
Alrighty. That will, Bovine, you will need to roll a dex
Yes,
saving
I
throw on
will.
that, and I'll roll for these two toads. How much damage have you dealt? They both failed.
15.
15.
I'm going to use one of my rerolls.
Absolutely.
Do I get to use my second reroll?
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it's up to
yours
your
to use.
discretion.
Oh, damn it, it's still 10.
I've
And,
infected you
Use
with bad
mine, Tammie.
rolls.
Use mine. Take mine. Take
And
it.
I would like to use a reaction to give Bovine a flash of genius.
Flash of genius.
Add plus 3 to your roll.
Well, you still take the half damage, I believe, but the one that was barely alive is blasted back as it falls down dead. However, the one that was actually right next to it was doing a bit better than the other ones, and it's still standing, but it's now looking dreadfully weak.
So what was the half damage, by the way?
7, I believe, because it was 15
Yeah,
points.
7 is correct.
Okay. I'm still double digits. We're all right.
Speaking of double digits, the one that's right next to you that's still alive, it is his turn now. As
Uh-oh.
it
But I
goes for
have my
one more
shield.
bite.
Shield.
You've got your shield, and let's see if it can even have a chance of breaking through that insane AC. No, with a crit 1, it absolutely definitely won't.
It bounces back, hits its buddy, and rolls down.
My
Yeah.
family's honor destroyed.
It's too kind of just like limp as it falls down, and just it can't get the bite off at all. So, I mean, that's going to be his turn. The one down here that is now next to Skeever, if you've run to, you've now finally appeared. Because I'm going to say exploding the turret did count as a
I think
spell.
that's fair.
So, as giving you a bite as you react. The intelligence of these toads, they don't seem to have the concept of revenge, but if they did, you'd almost think this one did. There's a 15 hit.
15 does not hit.
Thank you, toads. You're a great enemy. This as you run over, it's like you see this tongue fly out, but you manage to quickly avoid after being swallowed up by that large one. You're not even going to risk that again. Mags, it is now your turn. You did also, by the way, you did land nice and comfortably with your check. I didn't actually say that earlier, but
That is all good.
with Nesquik in hand, you see just a couple more of these toads left standing.
Okay.
I should probably also definitely mark this one as dead as well. That goblin did not survive.
Just paste at this point.
Paste of toad.
Underneath the giant toad.
Is this one?
Oh, no. He's the one that ate the toad.
Oh,
He ate the toad.
yeah. Okay, I apologize. A displaced jaw there.
Well, I displaced everything, I think. Sorry, what was that?
Live for this.
Anyway, Max, your turn.
Okay. Is this guy here still alive?
Yes, that one's still alive.
Yeah.
That one and the one next to the building.
Okay, Mags is going to use her full range of motion to get over there, him, and we can't see him anyway, but she's over here. First attack, she's going to take her one of her one-handed axes, and she's going to peg it and try and hit it in the eye.
Absolutely. Roll me an attack. That should just be a strength.
No, come on. You've dealt me some shitty blows so
come
far.
on, another. Hang, before you roll, do you want to do a No.
Hey! Natural 20 to hit.
Bring it in.
And at the most poetic time.
Yeah, that was
I
the poetic timing. Roll me some damage.
Let me see that damage. Well, damage isn't great. 6.
Well, I
6
mean,
to the eyeball.
Not to mention, you're a half-orc barbarian.
Yes.
You roll, not only do you roll 1 extra dice because of crit, you roll another 2 on top of that because of both of those things. So you're rolling 4d6 here.
4d6. I'm going to use my real dice for this one then.
Ooh, hey.
Ooh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, lost that one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is 3, 5, 10, 15.
3, 5, 10, 15 points of damage, plus, of course, your strength modifier, which
is 4.
Well, that's 19 points of damage. As you've run across, it just flies through. Perfectly lands in the back of its head, like as it's like pulling up from just missing bovine. Thunk, it's hit the brain, it collapses right down in front. This thing is very much dead.
Yes, finally. Okay.
You still
I
have.
will just do an air high five while I'm at you.
I did something.
You've done a lot of good things.
You've still got 2 more attacks. You've only got 1 hand axe to throw, though.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make. It's on 40 feet. I don't think the hand axe can go 40 feet.
You have.
Can I go 20?
Because you can throw it 60, so you can do it, but it's at disadvantage.
You know what? She's cruising on a high. She's going to give it a shot.
All right, disadvantage. Let's go.
Oh, hang on. Can you use reckless to make that?
You could use reckless to make it just a normal attack.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to recklessly try and throw a hand axe across 40 feet of distance.
Come on, crit one. Bovine, right in the face.
No, don't say that. It's going to happen. Okay, it's with a hand axe, please. Okay, I know I already begged for good rolls in this one, but I'm also begging for this one. Natural 20 again!
Oh, no way.
Yes!
Every one of those previous rolls built up to
My
this moment.
My neighbors are gonna kill me.
Roll me another 4d6 damage.
Oh my god!
Come on, Max. Come on.
Come on, give me this. Okay, 1, 2,
What the hell is happening?
3, 4. Retribution! That is 6, 9, 17, 15, 20. That's 20 points of damage.
20, does that include
Plus
your
my
strength?
4.
Yep.
24 points of damage.
As a creature that had 22 health points left, this was the last one that was pretty sturdy. This axe flies across recklessly, but not quite. Spins through, bang, hits it as the body of the toad gets pushed back by the force of this hand axe as it splats against the wall and collapses. The toads have been defeated.
Yeah!
Guess
So
what,
anyway,
guys?
I started blasting.
And for the first time this session, guys, you're out of initiative order.
Can I get some more salt water, please?
Only 4 more maps to go through in 7 minutes.
I would like to let off some celebratory pyrotechnics.
Celebratory pyrotechnics, absolutely.
Mag's just wiping herself down with doilies.
Roll me a performance check there, Skeever.
Okay, why not? +0, so this is just raw. That's a 16.
It's a 16. Now, as you're setting up, there's a little bit of you can still see a little bit of a tear coming down from Dance, but he's already on the move, ready to go. Setting up, boom, boom, boom. He's serious. You see Dance comes over, across the mustache with an arrow. The sparks land on these pyrotechnics as they all launch up. Boom, 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 boom. Fireworks for everybody. As you see the bugbear return back out, looks at the car and just going on, is like, well then, you guys are quite the adventuring group, aren't you?
All in a day's vacation.
But,
Yeah, we were meant to have a day off.
I'll tell you what though, this the boss in there, he gave me some information on this lead I got. I'm doing a bit of a job for the mayor, and I'd love if you guys could come along with me and help save her out.
Absolutely not. And Mags leaves.
Maybe give us like 3 hours, maybe, like, you know, because we are kind of on vacation, and that saltwater, maybe.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he'll handle that no problem soon. It's like,
I'd like to drink one Mai Tai by the pool first.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like,
Exactly.
give us a goddamn second.
well, luckily your adventure package from Hightown does give you guys a little bit of a stay here.
Yeah.
But then you guys won't believe what happened. It cuts back.
She didn't really, by the way, she did not really leave.
Oh yeah, with the flashback.
A
That's
carriage
right.
had rocked up, full of these people, rats that came out with these crossbows. They start spinning, and he's like, "Hey, I know you love telling your stories, but it's time to close. Get out of here." And that is how we're ending the session tonight.
You
Hooray!
bastards. I've got a fireball ready. Give me my salt water. You pricks.
Mags can't even drink to celebrate at the end.
Into alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
Drinking still
Chris,
tap
thank you.
water.
Oh, and the last thing that happens is that mysteriously Dance never makes it to the meeting with the mayor, as somewhere in a dark shed behind an alley. He's tied up to a chair.
He's taken by forces unknown.
He is tied up to a chair and looks upon
Dark
in horror
forces.
as a small rabbit silhouette comes out of the darkness with a crowbar.
Dance, stop enjoying this.
Good
Dance,
grief.
stop enjoying this.
Good grief.
it's like, and that's how we know that Nesquik turned to the gangster life, much like the goblins in this town. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for playing. An absolute blast. I know it was very combat heavy, to understate that. But I appreciate you all sticking through it and just absolutely going through this. It was a blast. I had a whole lot of fun. And so I guess that leaves me to, let's go around and tell everybody who you are again, in case they missed that at the start, as well as, want to say, like, oh, I enjoyed this part and stuff like that. It was absolutely fantastic.
Cool.
I think we'll stick to the same order as going across, starting, of course, with Scarlet.
Hello, I am Scarlet Moth. You can find me on Twitter at @ThatScarletMoth and anywhere else on the internet at Scarlet Moth. I work as a dice designer at Level Up Dice, but I'm also an artist, a cosplayer, and a general lover of RPGs and fantasy. Thank you so much for having me again. It's always fun to play in Jasper's Game Week.
Thank you so much for playing. This was an absolute blast to have you here. And then, of course, next to her, we've got Gemma.
Hello. That was a time.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? But it was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. I know. I've already started repressing aspects. Thank you so much for having me. It has been so much fun. I've enjoyed playing with all of you so much. Some I met before, some I'm just meeting, and what a great way to first meet. You can find me at GFD pretty much everywhere on social media. I also stream at GFD, GEEOFDEE. You can also catch me on ABC Me at 9 a.m. on Saturdays, where I'm on Good Games Spawn Point. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been really, really good and chaotic, the best kind of stream.
Oh, absolutely. And then at the end of the top line there, we've got Jack.
Hello. I am a creative of all sorts, but I suppose the most relevant things to link you to would be I am a professional dungeon master. You can find me on dungeonmasterforhire.com.au, where we do all sorts of events up to and including library stays all the way to Bucks parties. Yes, that is true. It is verifiable, and it is way more fun than I would have thought it was. Spoiler, if you ever do it, we have shots that we give, and the adventure party gets drunk as well at the same time. Other than that, I am a voiceover artist, and you can catch me on the socials at Jack O'Brien VO. That's O'Brien with an E. And as well, I'm also in a regular stream with our lovely DM here, where hopefully in the next couple of months you'll be able to catch season 2 of Ice and Blood, where you can catch me as Carmella, the halfling, well, I call it a dinosaur trainer for short, but it's Beastheart from NVCDM. And it's a lot of fun. I hope we all see you there. And thank you. I've never met any of you before, but this was like lightning in a bottle fun. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, no, it's absolutely fun. Now I guess I'll say a bit more of that when I say bye myself. But then, of course, we got Talera down there on the second row.
Hi, my name is Talera79. Really, really enjoyed this, and I think my face is still going to be pink from laughing so hard for a couple of hours yet. Love the chaos. Thank you, chat, for helping to create the chaos. Even though it was a combat that went for 3 hours, it certainly didn't feel like it. Thank you so much for putting on the game.
Oh, no, so thank you for playing. Oh, it's so fun. Of course, next, bottom middle there, we've got... the one and only Dan's DeeTwenty.
DM, I never thought this would be a love story. And
neither did I.
I don't believe you.
It took a number of emotional twists, which, you know, I think we've all come to learn many things. I'm worried about, you know, Scarlet's character, you know, taking on Dance at the end of it there, but I'm sure there's another, probably a R18++ later on. We'll find out. Huge thank you to you for DMing this. The players, Clint in the background. I don't know what we did to Clint, but I think he had a moment and had to lie down for about 10 minutes. Everybody in chat who's been kindly donating, and to my face when I removed this moustache in about 3 minutes.
We'll miss the moustache. At least I will. It was a great thing. And of course, last but certainly not least, we've got NVCDM.
Hello, thank you. I have been NVCDM playing the lovely Skiba this evening. Thank you so much to the viewers. We couldn't have done this without you. The chaos would have been much less if it had just been left up to me and these guys. Thank you so much to the Doom Donkey for DMing the wonderful session.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Clint in the background for making this all go so smoothly. You can find me on Twitter at thatNVCDM, on Instagram at NVC_DM, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/NVCDM. I play TTRPGs around and do other wild things all the rest of the time. It's pretty much this flavor of stuff, and you are going to see me in the next game along with the lovely Chris. So won't take any more of your time, and we'll see you then.
But you know to stick around because you know he's a great person to watch. But yeah, guys, I've got to keep down with the thanks going on, because thank you all for playing today. It was absolutely a blast. And yeah, as Jack had mentioned earlier, I haven't played with most of you. I've only played with Jack, so it was great getting in the DM seat and with a whole new crowd and seeing how you guys reacted to my DMing and me reacting to your playing was absolutely fun. But yes, you can also catch me, the Doom Donkey, on my own Twitch channel every now and then, where I play games, mostly RPG games or RTS games like Total War or Dragon Age. I also do stream on Roll for Damage every now and then. Currently on a season break from my Viking game, Ice and Blood, which I do play with Jack there. We'll come back in a couple months, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Viking theme is absolutely an absolute blast. But then, of course, wouldn't be the same without thanking Clint behind the works. Absolutely fantastic putting this all on and letting me do this. And no bigger thanks could ever come to you guys making this happen. I mean, I'm so glad we got to experience the giant toad that I did. I was like, just in case it happens, I was so glad I preempted it, because I really wanted to use this toad. So thank you guys so much.
Also,
Yes, so much for having me. And we're $700 towards the goal, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys all so much for supporting such a great cause as well. This has been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you to everyone who donated during this game as well, because there were some really generous donations.
Yes, absolutely. It was you guys are absolutely fantastic.
Very generous.
A whole toad's worth.
Totally
you put
fantastic.
the entire amount in a goblin's mouth.
Yeah.
It turns out it makes a giant toad.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's it from us. Thank you so much all for being here.